Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, let me take this down. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, hey. So, y'all, child. So, I'm on tomorrow. I have nothing else better to do. So, I decided I wanted to talk to y'all and see how y'all doing because y'all know right now it is some foolishness going on. Child, we got the Wendy Williams and the Needy Leaks foolishness. We got the Brat and Lisa acting a complete donkey. Girl, if it ain't one thing, it's another thing. So, hey, 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 hey. I just want to talk to y'all just a second. I mean, I'm not gonna keep y'all long. And if anyone wants to take a jump and hop in, y'all just let me know and I'll put the link in the comments and we'll get started. What's up, Jay Renee's in the house, Diva One's in the house, Shayla, not to be confused with New Orleans Davis is in the house with us tonight. Diva One, Erica, Royalty Forever. Um, and Olaf from Periscope. How you doing, sweetheart? Um, yeah, I just want to come on here and just see how y'all are just rocking tonight. I'm just I don't know. I don't know why is it so much foolishness that's going on. Even though I just have to say, Nene Leaks did read the hell out of Andy Cohen and Wendy, um, Wendy Williams. Read the hell out of all of them. Oop, I wasn't trying to do that. We get that stopped before it gets started. There we go. But again, if y'all want to come in and chit chat with me, y'all come on in because I'm not really gonna be doing a whole bunch of nothing. I'm just gonna be running my mouth. That's why I'm not even going into another one. I just was like, hey, let me do this and let's see what is what. Diva One, what's going on, sugar? Erica, what's going on, baby? Royalty Forever. What's tea? Um oh, I didn't even see you, Tony. I apologize. What's going on, Tony? How you doing, Tony? But so how did y'all feel about this whole the whole presidential um debate last night? I just thought from everything that I've seen so far, I just think it was a whole bunch of foolishness and I just think it was a fool because um he just got on there and nobody couldn't really get a word in edgewise and it was just one situation after another situation and I mean so many people now they've not only seen um what he's been like for so long. It's just like now, you see him actually acting a complete ass on screen. So what do you do now? Like these people, I just don't know. What's going on, Miss Shayla?
Hey, hey now.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Girl can't sleep, so I just decided I was gonna hop my fat ass on here for I'm gonna do a Mister Impromptu.
I wonder what was going on when I seen the notification. I said, Lord, what she,
Girl, yes, I said, well,
you see this
girl,
hair? Ooh,
girl, what did you do to your hair? You been
curl the
sleeping?
carrot. I gotta get it recurled, child. The wind and blew it.
Oh yeah, it's y'all really hectic with the schedule. Y'all finna start getting like a whole bunch of wins and everything. So you gonna have to mask it
Girl,
down like old what you call it, a old some pump it up or freeze it or something like that, child. But it's
girl.
still cute because it look like it's you got the like the punk rock look going on. Girl, that's cute. It's still
Uh,
but girl, I mean, how you been feeling about all these foolishness with Trump, with Nene, Aaron, Andy Cohen, and then what was the other one? Nene and Andy and Nene and Wendy Williams, and then with the Brack and Lisa. Child, wasn't that a whole bunch of foolishness this week? This the
listen,
last couple days.
let me tell you something. I ain't no way, shape, or form am I surprised about Nene going off at Wendy. Let me just say why.
Not at all. Not at
Um,
all.
number
No,
one.
Savon, we ain't in bed. We just chit chatting. Come on in if you want to.
Number one, everybody knows how Wendy is.
Yep.
And I feel like that was Wendy's opinion, and she gave her opinion. Now, do you have to like it? No. But
Right.
at the same time, everybody know how Wendy is. She just gonna everybody y'all know how her mouth is. It
And
is.
I feel like, not to even cut you off, but I feel like there was very opportunists on both ends, and both of them got what they wanted out of them. And I think it backfired a little bit on Nene. That's why she felt the way she's feeling right now. But then again, I could be wrong because we don't know their private conversations that they've had.
And
So,
that's another point that I had brought up on when Savon was talking about it.
hmm
I had said, now I am going to put Wendy Williams and Jason Lee in the same category.
hmm
I respect Jason Lee because he does his job and he does it very well, even though
right,
people calls him messy for it, but he's not messy. He's doing his job. And
hmm
he always says that he tells his friends, number one, yes, y'all are celebrities. I'm going to blog about it.
right,
It is what it is. That's what I
absolutely,
respect about Jason Lee because he still says that he got to do his job.
yeah, absolutely,
So I felt like Wendy was just doing her job. Wendy ain't did no different than she did for the past years that she been on TV and the past years that she been on radio. This
but
ain't nothing new.
but
Wendy
then
is not used to having friends. When she had a husband, you know that man didn't let her come out the house.
right, but then do you think that it was even worse? I feel like that she had to clean it up a little bit for TV, but when she was on the radio, I feel like it was worse. I could be
Yeah,
wrong,
it
but I felt
was.
like it was worse because she had the whole unfiltered kind of sort of like how what's his name, Howard Stern, like how Howard Stern just go ham in on people
Hmm.
because they're mainly like they're in the studio, but then a lot of them are on phone calls and stuff, so you can go ham as much as you want. But like how we are virtually face to face, people tend to take in what you call it, uh what you call it, Shayla? Whenever you back down from people, or how Madison say the keyboard bullies, they'll take and say everything that they want to say then, but then I don't know. I just think it was a whole bunch of foolishness, really. And then the air out, if whoever had the cocaine problem and the crackheads and stuff like that, that was just a lot.
Number one, Wendy ain't never made it no secret that she was a cocaine addict. Now, if she's
Right,
still doing the mess now, then she just a fool because, girl, you got over it once. Like, get yourself together.
right,
But everybody know
absolutely.
Wendy been a mess since her divorce. Like,
hmm
especially with all of this stuff that's recently happened with her. Like, girl, she didn't get a little sloppy. Okay, like, leave that girl alone. And
Right.
Nene, girl, I think Nene's just going through a little thing called I don't know where my next check coming from.
Yeah, and trying to stay relevant. But I also feel like that a lot of it is coming from hurt because she felt like, hey, I started the Real Housewives of Atlanta, this, that, and the third, and you gonna do me like this. But then it was always speculations that she was getting terminated anyway, from what I understood. I could be wrong. What's going on, cousin Face?
Hey,
We just chit chatting. We just bringing up just little things just to talk about y'all. We're not really doing anything super deep. So how you feeling about it? Me, you don't heard me and Shayla's point of view on and she's bringing up very valid points with Whitney and Winnie and Jason Lee and everybody and Nene. So how you feeling about the whole situation?
with Wendy and Nene.
Yeah.
Hey Shayla.
Hey, hey now.
Mm, Um, I think that Wendy had a point. Everybody's saying that, because they're friends or whatever, or we're friends or whatever. I was like, well, that's kind of like me telling, you guys something about yourselves. I was like, you rather
hmm
hear it coming from your friends, you know, and I get why Nene was upset because if she hadn't talked to her about, what she thought, behind the scenes first, I understand why she's upset. Now, if that's already something that she's told Nene, I don't think you should have a spinoff because of X, Y, and Z, whatever. But I do
hmm
understand why Nene is upset. But also, just because you're my friend doesn't mean that I can't give my opinion when asked a question about something I do every day.
Amen. That's kind of sort of what Shayla was saying, you know, with the Jason Lee
Come
situation.
on, twins. Y'all better have matching her.
Hey, you know, I took mine's down and I haven't washed it, so I took and slapped me on some in my little do rag, my little queen do rag that I always have on. I just slapped it down. I was just like, because I mean, I'm off tomorrow. I really have not got back into Lovecraft Country. I really need to get back into it because I heard the last two episodes been really good, but I haven't got back into it. So I'm like,
No, they have not.
they haven't.
I haven't watched it.
This
So I
last
just,
episode bored me to sleep.
oh God, oh God.
What doesn't bore you, child?
I mean, usually the show don't bore me, but this one did. I mean, it was a few high points, but shit, other than that, girl.
So it was kind of sort of like a repeat of how the first episode was kind of sort of, trying to get you into it, but you like, dang, I really can't get into it. But maybe it's one of the ones that you have to watch 3, 4 times in order to.
I ain't watching this one more than once. Shit, I barely got through the first time.
Not 3 or 4 times. If I gotta watch something 3 or 4 times, that means it ain't good.
Because you
No,
miss
because
some things though.
you have
It's
to
so
really.
in depth. So you have to watch
And
it
I
at
get
least
you
twice.
have to watch something more than one time. Like if it's a show that has a lot of key points and stuff in it, you might miss something. I get that. But if I gotta watch it 3 or 4 times for it to be good, no.
Well,
But
no, you do have to. That's why I've watched it multiple times. Like certain episodes, I have to watch multiple times to catch a few things.
Well,
mhm.
that's something that
But
doesn't. You're not watching it 3 or 4 times for it to be a good show.
you watching it big, it's just like with P Valley. Okay, when we all love P Valley, and every time an episode came on, the episode was on point. But
Well,
when you go
because
back and you watch it again,
I've
but
only
when you go back and you watch it again, it's something that you might have missed the very first time. That's what I'm saying. Oh, what is that, Shayla? Oh, you and that man's candle.
child, something Bridget probably won't.
Zalin, if you want to come in, I'll drop the link again. I know Savon's watching us from bed.
Hey,
I know she
Savon.
ain't gonna come in.
Oh, let me not like this because I already got one burning in the living room, Joe.
Miss Savanya, honey.
So, what else was it?
I was ready to watch me a movie. I seen you too. I was like, girl. I said,
I just
is
couldn't
this,
sleep. I was like, let
girl,
me
I was
just.
like, is this? I was like, is this a link for tomorrow? I was like, girl, what Jasmine got going on, child?
So, did any of y'all catch my video that I had to put up on Instagram about how they're sending out the absentee ballots or the early ballots?
Mm-mm.
If y'all haven't seen it, okay, so what they're doing is they're taking and sending it out, but it has a picture of Donald Trump on the front of it and the back of it. It's like a pamphlet. You have to flip to the third or the fourth page inside of it, and that's where the absentee ballot and everything is in there. It's on my Instagram. I loaded it up on my Instagram. So if you are planning on voting by mail, don't throw it away just because it's going to look like a pamphlet, and it has a picture of Trump on the front and the back hand side of
Don't
it.
walk away because he on there.
Yeah, actually pop it open because on the inside of it, the very center of it is going to be your voting ballot or whatever, ballot or however the hell you say it. Y'all know what the hell I'm trying
That's
to
probably
say.
why they did that because people gonna look at that and be like, girl, what is this?
Yep, I really feel like that's the reason why they took and they did it like that. But then, so if y'all feel that way about Nene and Wendy, excuse me, I don't know why I keep saying Whitney, but Wendy, how do y'all feel about her going on the attack with Andy Cohen? Do y'all think it's valid?
That wasn't an attack, though.
Well, some of the bloggers were saying it was an attack. I didn't really hear the whole thing. I
When
really,
she called him a cocaine head,
yeah. And then that he wouldn't be anything without her.
I mean, that's all
Oh,
true.
wait, you talking about Nene's video?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
baby.
all true.
Ooh.
There
Because
was a celebrity
I
that
think
just came
the
out.
part that I had seen when she had told Wendy to get the water pills and Andy wasn't even thought about and stopped using her name as a boost for the new season and stuff. It was like Zala said it was true.
That was true. I think I mean the water pill that was a low dig, but it was still funny. But it was a low blow. It was a
Told
low
you,
blow.
leave that lady knees alone.
It was a low blow, but it was funny. When it be coming for people's heads, you got to be able to. Hey,
If you
you
dish,
can't,
you got to be able
you
to do it.
can't, you can't swing on somebody and then get mad at their response.
Right.
But do y'all think that Nene should have went off like that? Because I don't think what Wendy said was bad. I just think it was an opinion.
What did she say though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What did she say?
Andy
'Cause-
asked,
And
Andy's messy ass asked her the question.
girl, the same shit he asked Patty LaBelle, and the girls was all upset. And girl, he always asking the wrong question to the
He
wrong
messy.
people.
Oh, he messy.
But he is messy. But you have to know what show you're going on.
yeah.
And Wendy is that girl. Like if you ask her friend or not, and that's what me and Shayla. We was on who channel was that we was on talking in the comments, and I was telling you, you know what
Aurora.
Jason Lee. Yeah, Jason Lee does the same thing, and
Mm.
Jason Lee had Prince from Love and Hip Hop Miami on last night or sometime this week, whenever the interview was. And he talked shit about Prince, but you know, him and Prince have been friends since way back when. But he didn't say anything about Prince that Prince didn't already know. So that's why I was like, it's kind of 50-50 because Jason Lee will tell you in a minute just because we're friends doesn't mean I'm going to not run a story because we're friends. I may give you the heads up or get your opinion on something, but I'm not going to not run the story because we're friends.
So let me ask you this. Okay, so I do realize that as creators and as him having Hollywood Unlocked and having a show that streams on multi platforms and is very syndicated in his job actually is to be messy. I understand that. But where do you feel like that they should take and draw the line at? You know what I'm saying? Like where would you say the line is should be drawn with as far as like
Let
friendship
me
and professionalism is what I'm
let me
saying.
say this. I feel like there's a lot of things that Jason could say about people and he doesn't.
Right, right.
Because a part of me feels like that Jason Lee gets a whole lot more to certain stories than he actually releases.
Hmm.
Now
A
the
lot of
shade
a lot of
room, on the
bloggers do
other
that.
hand,
A lot of bloggers do that, but say the difference between Jason Lee and Tasha K.
oh,
Tasha K is gonna now. I will say Tasha K. I can't stand you. I can't stand both of y'all. I will say
Look, let
Tasha.
me cover my own self because she ain't finna hit me with a not do not resuscitate. What is it?
Tasha,
A cease
uh,
and desist.
Tasha K does reach out, but even if she doesn't get a response, if she has valid receipts and everything else, whether you respond or not, she may run with the story. But her thing is, she breaks the story, and that even goes into Larry King live.
Yeah.
Larry King, he will try to get your opinion and reach out and let you know, hey, I'm going to run this story. And the church might be in an uproar, but it's like, girl, you can either clarify what happened, give your side of the story, or I'm still going to run with it. And he knows all of these people because he's been a preacher, I think, 20 years in the past or whatever. So he
who?
knows Larry King live.
Larry Reed.
Larry, yeah, why keep calling
Yeah,
him
because
Larry?
I was
I
like,
was
Larry
like,
King, that's
I
an
was
old white
like,
man. I
what
think he died, ain't he?
Larry
He,
King,
he
old
ain't
white
dead.
man,
Larry King is dead. The white man, Larry King, he is dead.
did not die.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I thought he was.
Damn, let me get the fuck off of here. Y'all fucking up.
Look, where your side at? I'll use it opinion.
Okay, yeah. Let me throw that on up there. Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Lord, you just sent the man to glory.
And he wasn't ready to go yet.
Hmm.
I met Larry Reed, child.
Child.
But you know, it's different ways to go about situations. Do I think Wendy went too far? No, I don't. Because she didn't say anything out of character. The way that the person she should be mad at is Andy for asking her that question, knowing
Period.
Wendy was going to give her honest opinion about it. But I don't think he asked Wendy if she should have a spinoff. I think Wendy just started talking, and you know she talk a lot, so that was probably something that she was like. And furthermore, da 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 da. I don't think that y'all should give her a spinoff because it's not going to be interesting. So saving your time on, all of the extra. We're not going to give her a spinoff. If you want her to bow out gracefully, okay, fine. That's fine. And then she was like, but she's done this before. So she's going to end up coming back. So that's what she was saying. She was like, she's quit or got fired or booted or whatever, however you want to say it, several times and has always come back. Because
Well,
why she's made the franchise, we're not going to downplay her position like
right.
she didn't build up Atlanta Housewives or the Housewives in general for there to be other um
Locations.
right
Well,
for
let's
other
get one
women
thing
for
straight.
other women to get paid more than her.
Oh, well, hold on. Let's get one thing straight. I think people mistake. They make a mistake of thinking that the Housewives of Atlanta is the end all be all of the whole franchise. If
Right.
you really want to be honest, the ones that's sitting at the top is the Orange County Housewives because they were the very first ones and they've been sitting at the top for 16 years. So in all actuality, Nene is acting just a little bit too above herself.
But Atlanta raised the franchise. Nobody was watching those girls.
Child, please. I love Orange County and still watch them till this day. I'd
I
rather watch
never
Orange
even
County
heard
than
of.
Atlanta any day.
I
Oh,
never even heard of those girls until Atlanta Housewives
Get
came out.
out of here. Is you crazy?
But I was never a
And the
Bravo.
real rich people.
The only reason Bravo is alive is because of Kim Kardashian, to be honest.
Huh?
I thought Bravo was not with Kim Kardashian. It was with
Oh,
what
that's
was
E
it?
News. I'm sorry, the E channel.
Exactly. See, you fucking up.
You missing at the
Well,
show.
girl, she done put somebody in the grave, girl.
I just
Uh-uh.
I don't know. I'd rather watch Orange County than Atlanta anyway, so I could care less what the fuck is going on with Nene. Honestly.
I could care less, to be honest. I think they need to revamp
she a
those ladies.
nasty person. Number one, if you on TV and people actually like your personality, when you see them out in public, if they say hi to you, just say hi. Like, you know how many people have said that lady is so freaking rude if they run into her in the street. That's why she's getting what she's getting right now. It's karma, girl, because your attitude ain't right. You don't deserve to
I
be where
saw
you
that
think you
video.
should be.
I saw that video of the lady with her in the airport, and I think that just because everybody is not always camera friendly, she could have spoken, but taking pictures and all of that, I don't think because you're a celebrity, yeah, it goes with it. But every damn where, bitch, if I see you in the bathroom, I gotta take a picture with your ass. No, it's the time and the place. If I'm not camera
That's,
ready, if I
that's what I'm
say,
saying. It
if
wasn't
I
about the
speak to
pictures.
you,
I'm just saying, say hi. It's a common
but
courtesy. Somebody wave at you. Hey, Nene, just say
that
hi, bitch.
lady, that lady was doing a lot, and I've seen people do a lot just to get a response out of a celebrity, and I'm like, sweetie, just because this is your first and last time seeing a celebrity, you don't have to go all out of character and do all of that, girl. Just say, hey, I don't mean to be rude. Can I get a picture with you? If it's not, it's okay. I'm still a fan. Da 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 da. Da. You have to know how to play your position because you are a fan. Those people may not be in that space. They could have just got into it or broke up with goddamn Terrell, Tyrese, whoever. You don't know.
But here's my thing. Goddamn it, I forgot what the fuck I was about to
You
say, and
see
it was
how she
good too.
you see how she just called me a hoe involuntarily?
Yep, she called you hoe. Hold on just a second. She said, "Hold up, hoe. Let me talk to you for just a
Okay,
second."
this is what I was gonna say. Okay, you might have had a bad experience with one fan. Okay, that they did too much, but don't let that one fan. Don't let that one fan just. Don't let the rest of them pay for that one. What that one fan did. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
But let
No,
me
I'm
play
not. I'm
devil's
not
advocate.
saying.
Let me play devil's advocate. How many of us are guilty of that? We had
Guilty of
one
what?
person. We had one person to come in and to ruin our day, and we'll take it out on everybody else. It's the same thing.
I just go home.
Well, everybody don't have that luxury.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Some of us have to sit there and still stick to poke through the bear.
Shit, I pack my shit and leave, cancel my appointments for the rest of the day, and be done.
Again,
Not
everybody
really.
don't work for themselves like you do. Some of us still have the man to pay to.
Child, and waiting on you, child. My nails won't be done till January.
Get him, Shayla. Get him.
You what? You take your ass to Ling Ling like everybody else.
I do, girl, because she does what? My nails on time. And if she talk about my bald head ass, she talk about my bald head ass in another language.
And she
Now,
does
see,
too.
that's why you should just come to me because I talk about you. You hear what I say.
I don't even want to understand it, girl. If you don't talk about me, girl, make sure I can't understand what the hell you say, girl. Oh, you want orange? Yes. Girl, this bitch sitting up. Girl, you better say that in another language, girl. Uh,
Because you know this show be sitting there.
girl, I have a
Why
story
you talking
about
in
that.
slow motion?
I have a story about that. I was getting a pedicure and I was on the phone. So I had got off the phone and the lady next to me that was doing this person sitting next to me feet. Every time the lady that was doing my feet would say something and she would look up at me. So I looked at her. I said, "Are you talking about me?" And the lady that was doing my feet just talking, baby. She was going off. And I guess she thought I was still on the phone. So I said, "Are you talking about me?" And the lady that was next to her looked up. So that's what made her start talking. So she finally looked up at me. She said, "Oh no, no, I'm not talking about you." She was like, "My mother-in-law just moved in and she thinks she run my house." Girl, she went on a full rant. I hollered. I said, "Oh well, bitch, my bad." Girl, she told me her whole life story. My mother-in-law just came back and she thinks she run my house and this and that and da 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 da. I was like, "Oh, well, bitch, excuse me for asking, girl."
You know, you take and put your earpiece in and take and pull up Google Translator. And what language did you speak in again?
Not Google
Uh-uh.
Translate, girl.
Because
You
that
know,
thing will translate, and if I hear the wrong thing, I'm busting asses. Period.
you ain't even asking no questions.
I ain't asking shit. Bitch, I know what you said. Google told me what the fuck you said, bitch.
Look, it may be a slow delay, but they gonna tell you what they said.
I had
Shit,
a coworker
practice.
that did that. She's Puerto Rican, but she looks white to some people. And it
Mm.
was a group of Mexican ladies that came in, and whatever she said to them, they did not like. So the lady was like sitting there, and the rest of it was one lady didn't like it. So the other ladies was fine. They was smiling this and that, da 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 da. The one lady was sitting there. She turned around and she started talking in Spanish and was cussing my coworker like out in Spanish. So
No.
my coworker looked up and she kept doing what she was doing, typing on the computer, this and that, da, 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 whatever. So when she got done talking, the lady, she sat there and like went off in Spanish for like 5 minutes while she was sitting there doing what she was doing. So when she got done what she was doing, she responded in Spanish and she was like, da 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 da, whatever she said, don't call me no bitch or whatever you said like that, and this and that, take your keys and go to your room. And the lady looked at her like,
She was dumbfounded. That you never know who speaks what languages. I try to tell people you gotta.
because I can catch certain things. So when they come in talking Spanish, I can catch certain words. 'Cause I used to be able to understand it fluently, but I'm not around it as much, if at all. But
You ain't get no Spanish Puerto Rican poppies right now.
well, I used to go to when I was in school. I used to hang around a lot of Mexicans, so I
Um,
could understand it fluently. I couldn't speak it back.
but you can understand it. My black people, Jesus, why?
What's wrong with you now, child?
You said in high school you hung around a bunch of Mexicans.
I'm in Dallas.
Oh, because I was getting ready to say, well, goddamn. Then that explains a lot. Okay.
Did you have a brain fart, Shayla?
No, because I was like, well, what? I know he's black, so I bet you he went to a black ass school. But
I
I'm
mean, it was
thinking,
mixed.
huh?
It was mixed. It was blacks, whites, and Mexicans.
I'm pretty sure it was more Mexicans.
Well, it was more. Actually, I mean, we had everything. To be honest, it was like a solid mixture of everything.
Oh, okay. You was in public school or private school?
Public.
Public. Public.
I just
They
had
don't.
to ask.
They ain't online. They're not as equipped with this mouth girl and private school girl.
Well, I don't know, John, because I went to public school too. Shit, I got kicked out of the private school.
You
Shayla,
was a. You
you
was in
got
our.
what?
Huh?
You got what, Shayla?
I got kicked out of the private school
How?
because, like,
And your mama paid tuition. How?
they
Did
wanted
you?
me. You know, when you go to a private school, you got to go to this class called math.
No, I
I'm not
wasn't been to
going.
private school.
I'm
Okay.
not. I'm not going to no class for an hour and sit there and pray for an hour with some people.
Oh
I don't
man.
know.
You're,
Yeah, I'm not going to that class because I don't know what
oh,
them
you
people
went
praying
to a
over.
public, I mean, a private Catholic school.
Yeah, I don't know what them people praying over.
My
Bambi,
mama
did you?
went to one of them.
Bambi, did you see her get crunk and she had to bring herself down for a second? She said, ah! And then she had to bring herself back down.
Yeah, and then we had to wear skirts every day. I don't want to wear that bullshit.
So you have uniforms that you had to wear.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we had uniforms.
we had uniforms at public schools too, but them private schools, we had to wear this ugly green plaid skirt every day. I ain't wearing that bullshit. Get this shit off of here.
Um,
Bitch, I like to fight too much. Wearing a goddamn skirt.
and
One of
you
these folks get out of line, I'm going to fuck their ass up. I don't want to be wearing no skirt when I do it.
That's why you just wear shorts under the skirt because you got more room to move.
I might not want to wear shorts that day.
Just being
she may
fast.
not want to wear no drawers at
I
all.
was, ooh, baby, I was fast as lightning in high school.
Cheese and crackers.
I'm so glad
Savon, can you come in here and give us a prayer real quick, please?
I can pray right now. I had 2 weeks of classes.
Girl,
She
not 2
said
weeks.
2 weeks.
That's all it took. They was like, ma'am, we don't know what to do with your daughter.
She was Sister Mary Clarence when she was in Catholic school.
You know it. That's Sister Mary Clarence right there. Sister
Can
Mary
you come up to
Clarence.
the
Period.
board? What she asked her to spell?
Write the names of all the apostles alphabetically.
Yeah. Put Ringo.
And I wash my hands of you. Do you know what little girls like you turn out to be?
Okay.
Shayla.
Okay.
That's what they turn out to be, Shayla's.
With a little red dress on. Okay.
She was a house who put my honey bun.
You know, I feel attacked.
So girl bye. So let
Okay.
me ask you, are y'all ready for the new craft? I'm ready for it.
The who?
The new craft, the movie. I'm ready for it. I want to see what the
Craft?
hype, if the hype is going to be good. Yeah, they're remaking the craft and it's supposed to come out what I think it's Halloween that's
Yeah.
coming out.
Oh, I don't do scary movies, so
Child of Craft is not scary.
The first
I
one
don't even
wasn't
know what that
scary at
is. You
all.
just said Halloween. I just assumed. I was like, oh,
The Craft?
I don't know what that is.
Light
So
as a
what?
feather, thick as a board, light as a feather, flat
Light
feather,
as a what?
light as a feather.
I bind you, Nancy.
Well, they unbind me.
Oh, is that was in that movie?
Mm.
Nancy has been unbound, honey.
Yes.
Hear us! They didn't
Uh,
put the little black girl in there from Greenleaf. I
every
want to see
time you
if
and
she
Zyron
really
do
know how
that
to
shit, I'll be
act.
like, where the hell did y'all get that from? Because I ain't know where the hell y'all got. I'll be
You have
like,
to
what?
watch. Well, actually, the reason why we do it is that's something that Madison does to terrorize Miss Mary. So we snatched it from her.
I
So
never,
that's our
seen her do
homage to Madison is to say, "Hear us,
I never seen her do
baby."
Yes!
You
that. When
don't
she
know.
got the only thing that really killed me when she be talking about Miss Mary is when she told her she gonna give her some new legs, child. That takes me
Oh,
out every time. When she was singing that
At the
Ursula,
barbecue grill.
yes, child. That took me out. I was like, I can give you some new legs, girl. I hollered. I said, no, not this Mary. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, the little
I'm over
girl
the remake.
Zora, the one who plays Zora from Greenleaf. I'm
Mm.
interested in seeing what she's actually going to do and if she knows how to act. Because just playing a teenager is not that hard when you like 2 years from it. So you know teenagers. So now you
Mm.
playing
An
with some
appropriate
real
role.
stuff here.
Hmm.
You playing a rebellious teen.
Mm. I didn't see that.
So I ain't gonna tell y'all. I was trying to lift up the board whenever the countdown timer hack was gone. I had tried to lift up my keyboard from here to there and took and hit the button on there. On my wireless keyboard on Logitech, it automatically has to shut off to the PC. So everything was just going on. and I ain't even on here. I'm just like, what in the hell? Maybe I should not even done this. I was like,
Oh,
what?
did I miss the roller coaster?
Mm-hmm.
You missed it. I think
The
you missed it
whole
on
the
purpose.
whole 5 minute ride. You
I
missed it.
hope I think you missed it on purpose. I gotta find a new one
Well, I
since
was in the
Bambi
kitchen. I
always
came back
talks
and I
about it.
had messages on my phone. I was like, "Girl, what's going on?" I was about to go cut me another piece of cake. Chat. I had went and bought a vanilla cake.
I thought you was gonna say you had a patty
I
pie.
got some banana pudding in the refrigerator.
You got a patty pie?
I don't. I started to get one, but I didn't go to Walmart. I went to Kroger.
Patty's
Girl,
so shady. I don't understand why she's so shady towards Patty.
I'm not shady. Now, see, this is my thing. I'm not shady towards Patty. I just
girl,
don't like the pie.
Patty is your cousin.
girl.
Patty's supposed to be my auntie. If that's my auntie, she'd come down here and tell PUA hand my money over since she got power. Auntie,
Tony, not too much for me.
5 minute ride, Tony. 5 minute ride.
Not too much for me, Tony.
Mm-mm.
You just sit there and you just gaze into the sky as it just
I
rolls
mean,
along.
but I have messages throughout it. I took my time. I put messages throughout there. Y'all don't even pay attention to the messages. Y'all just like, bitch, can you just go on with the show?
What messages? What you
See,
talking about?
y'all I never knew it's messages throughout the whole thing.
Throughout what?
All I see is numbers.
The roller coaster. It's messages throughout the whole roller coaster.
Go
Girl, I
ahead.
don't even like roller coasters in real life. That's too much. That makes my head hurt.
See, I'm gonna
Mm-mm.
show you the first couple seconds of it. Just pay attention.
Oh, Jasmine. No, man.
I just stopped because I was gonna wear Bambi out. I just stopped, but it does. It has messages throughout the whole thing. It says, "Welcome to the show." It goes from "Welcome to the show," and then it starts telling you what nights my shows are on. Glad you're here. I appreciate you supporting me. So that's what it
That
does.
must only show up on your end. I didn't see none of that.
It does. It comes on there. Diva One just said she's seen the messages on there, but she's never really paid attention to the messages.
Cause we don't ride roller coasters, girl. We be over it. I be like, girl, if she don't, I done upside down and twist and turns, and I be like,
Yeah,
girl, can we get a water slide with a splash at the end or something, girl?
because I'm gonna be completely honest. When you came on, and as soon as I clicked on it on the computer and seen the roller coaster, girl, I put it on mute and walked away until it was finished.
It'd be the roller coaster for me, girl. I'd be like, oh my god.
You know what? Y'all not gonna start that tonight because y'all
And
did.
then one day I dealt with the roller coaster, and then you put it back on for another 5 minutes. I was like, oh girl, I threw my phone. I
I turned it off and went to finishing my show. I said, wait now. She's not about to do this again.
I was like, I'm gonna deal with it or whatever. And girl, as soon as it said .2, girl,
It
she
started over.
restarted it. I was like, oh, you don't, no, ma'am, not tonight. We not. Mm-mm. Girl, like she advertising for Six Flags. Girl, I still don't want to go.
What you not gonna do? What you not gonna do?
I'm gonna go to Six Flags to get my Dippin' Dots, but I ain't getting on a roller coaster.
What you not gonna do is
Uh,
talk about my intro. what you?
It
What
be the
you?
roller coaster for me, girl. I'll be like,
You
girl,
know
can we
what?
go?
Put it on
Can
and
we
walk
get a
away.
water slide, girl? Or I could even deal with the slingshot. The slingshot, but ain't 5 seconds. I'll be like, girl,
It's a reasoning behind me doing that.
Is it?
Yes,
mm-mm. What's the reason?
the
We never know.
reasoning.
We never know which way you gonna take us.
No,
The
smart
left,
ass.
right, upside down.
No, the reasoning behind it is that okay? So most of the time when you get into shows, especially especially whenever you are doing a live. So in the past, a lot of people were saying that they wasn't getting the notifications. So the reason why I did the 5 minute timer is so it'll have 5 minutes to take and send a notification out to everybody, so everybody can get the notification. And that's the reason why I did it. And we'll continue to do it until I find another one. I found
It's
something.
not the intro. It's the roller coaster for me,
It's a
girl.
roller coaster for you. I
It's the
understand it
roller.
now. Thank
I
you.
mean, because
You
you
and
had
Tony
something
said
where you
time.
was driving on the street. I was like, okay, well, that was cute. Why we can't do, a little Tokyo Drift or something, girl? I'd be like, girl, give me some.
Not Tokyo Drift.
Give me some.
Well, I will work on something else just for you, babe, because I do not want to see you
I'd be like,
roller
girl.
coaster for you.
Matter of fact, you could put on there. You could put Patty on there and show Shayla how to make the patty pie.
Oh,
Ah,
you know what? I cannot even deal with you right now.
Mute his mic. Shit.
Look what Diva once said. I wasn't gonna say anything, but since y'all mentioned it, I overall don't like the intro. The music is also a no for me. With that roll over, why and I still why do you not like the intro music?
the music,
Does a
the
lot.
music is
It's
weird.
it's to hype you up. So you don't like the intro music.
It's more so the roller coaster for me either way, but the music, I'll take the music over the roller coaster, but the music is slightly weird. I don't.
It was
I told
free.
you I put it on, mute it, and walk away until you come on. I love
I
you.
never really thought about the music until just now. I thought it was just the roller coaster, but I
That roller
mean,
coaster does it for me. Like it
yeah, it doesn't.
in my eye. Maybe because I don't like roller coasters either. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't like roller coasters.
Ooh,
I don't
you
even
did.
do amusement parks. There's too many kids running around. Like pick these badass kids up.
I mean, you could
Oh
have
my
had Trey
god.
walking down the street or something, girl. I don't
Oh my god.
know.
I cannot believe y'all are sitting here picking apart my damn intro. Hey,
I
I
mean,
mean,
you could have found a nice little video of a man, bulged down, girl, just walking down the street, girl. I don't know, girl. It's
and Tony said it's bedtime music. Really?
What?
who is
Bedtime
Tony?
music.
Listen, Tony, that ain't no bedtime music, okay? It's supposed to
Oh,
wake
Tony,
you
he
up.
changed his picture.
Throw that ass in a circle, wake me up.
But we can't play that.
We
Oh,
sure
that's what
can.
you could have put. You could have put Safari dancing to throw that ass in a circle on there, girl. Yes, ma'am.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Have you seen that
I'm putting that
video?
shit on mute and walking away too.
Have you seen that video of him twerking on stage?
Mm-mm.
Girl, that video is old. You need to go look that up, baby. When I tell you, Mr. Rasta girl can throw them hips.
I can't believe Diva one told me it's
Yo,
overall. It's just everything,
he gave you a whole paragraph.
everything. Then just done told me everything. Basically, throw
She said,
everything
"Well,
away.
since y'all brought it up,
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but since y'all brought it up, it's everything for me. Just throw the whole damn thing away and start over. Bitch. Just throw it over. Throw it away, bitch. You thought you was
now
doing
see,
something?
now Jasmine, that's something Wendy Williams wouldn't have done, girl. We told you."
Well, hell, I didn't even ask the question. You bitches brought it up. talking about
But
talking about
I've told you that before though. I was like, girl, you were this roller coaster girl.
yeah, but
Okay.
you done had 3 cosigns with you. You, Shayla, and Diva done lit me up. And let's not forget Tony. Y'all done all lit me up tonight. I'm like, okay, then, well, this gives me homework to do. Okay, I accept your criticism.
I'm trying to figure out what else she could put on there, girl, because it'd
But
be
you know what,
Don't give me.
Jazz?
You know what? Don't give me no more. Do
know
not give me
what?
no more.
If
Yes,
you
baby.
like it, I love it.
I mean, I'm gonna change it because I want to change it.
this
Fuck
point.
y'all.
Okay.
You just mute the first 5 minutes of it like you've been doing.
Oh, you could put up an old show
Shut
of
up,
you.
oh. Just shut up, oh.
No, I was being serious.
What?
you used to do Missy. You could have put up an old show of you performing.
I can't get hit with a copy strike every time I start a live. Remember they
Well, girl,
did that?
change
I
the
did that
music.
before, and they ass took my shit down for 2 minutes and then put it back up. Yeah, I know
Well,
it's the
you can
roller
do
coaster for you.
you can piece
It's
them
okay.
together. No, you can piece together different. Just do 15 seconds of different performances and piece it together.
Okay, Bambi.
We'll have Diva Wine sing you a song, girl. I don't know, girl.
You know what? I cannot. I cannot.
I was trying to help you out.
No, you weren't. Just telling me, bitch, just find something new. I don't want to hear that no more. Just find something new. That's what you're saying.
It wasn't the song
It
for
was
me.
the roller coaster.
It
It
was
was
the
the roller
visual.
coaster.
It was the
Clearly,
visual.
you said it's the roller coaster because you wasn't paying attention to the damn messages in there.
I still didn't see no damn message pop up. I'm like, girl, it must only be on
We'll
your
go back and
screen.
watch the replay. You'll see them.
Girl, Zylet, where you at?
If you like it, we'll accept it. Oh no, Diva One, you already done gathered me. You done snatched all my edges. The wig is gone, baby. You done snatched all my edges. You done gathered me right on together. I
I
feel
was
like I was just done by
talking
four
about.
Jamaicans at one time.
Mm-mm.
Bambi had one side, Shayla had the other side, and Diva came down the middle.
I ain't
Y'all
do
was
nothing.
gripping, y'all was gripping the baby hairs.
I ain't do nothing.
And Tony got all of the edges. So whatever y'all left, Tony gripped it.
Uh, what
So
was it?
last little thing is that what y'all feel about the whole um debate?
I saw a piece of that on. I was watching it on Fox Soul,
Mhm.
Selena, and it was a few other people on there that was watching it. But Trump wouldn't let the man talk. I was like,
At all.
when
He
he
didn't
said y'all have y'all's 2 minutes uninterrupted time, Joe Biden didn't say shit. When he come to talk, Trump, I'm like, he let that man. It was like it was hurting him to let him talk for 30 seconds, baby. I don't even remember what he said, and Trump just opened his mouth. The man sitting up here now, President Trump. Both sides agreed to, let have each party talk for 2 minutes.
he's a
Your
bully.
parties both agree, so maybe you need to go back to your part. Whatever, baby, that man was. I don't know. Whatever he was, whatever his job position was, the guy that was reading the question, baby, he
Mhm.
was. He was reading. He said maybe you need to go back to your camp and discuss that again.
Hell no. So moving on from that because I really didn't watch all of it. All I seen was highlights because you know how people have been taking clips of it, and I know I heard whenever Biden had called him a clown, he's like, "You're just a real damn clown," or whatever he had said. I
What
think
was the
they,
lie?
I think that maybe they should have had a stronger moderator. Like then people, then he would not have been so comfortable saying what he wanted to say to him. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that the if they
Who?
had a
Trump?
stronger, yeah, like if they had like Shayla sitting up there, Shayla would have got them together. You done had your 2 damn minutes, now shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying?
I
Shayla
think
would
the
have got them together.
moderator. I think he was fine because he was still checking him, but at the same time, you can't. He was still trying to give him. He was still trying to respect Trump's title,
Fuck him.
and a lot of people are still trying to. And you know what? I've never seen in the news where people don't call the president. A lot of people in media
But
and everything are calling him Trump.
they did that to President Obama. They used to just call him Obama all the time. They hardly ever use President Obama. They used to call him Obama all the time.
Oh, see, I don't watch the news like that, so maybe I just
Yeah,
think.
back in the day when I was watching TV like that, they did.
Mm.
So moving past that or whatever, how did y'all feel about how Lisa acted towards the brat on the Sister Soul Queen Circle,
She
whatever it was?
had every goddamn right Bitch, don't wish me no happy birthday over social media, and you my sister, and you know I ain't spoke to your ass since December. Don't
But
play with me like
I
that.
would not have
But it's
aired it
not. It's
out.
not
If
the
you
fact that they
had
haven't.
time,
It's
instead
not
of
the.
you calling me as your sister, right? You had all
But
this
it's not the
time
fact. It's
that you've
not the
been
fact
spending
that.
with your new girlfriend, but you had time to
Right.
bring your ass on Fox Soul. You could have
But it
called me
wasn't. It
before
wasn't
that.
the fact they haven't spoken. It was the fact that the Brett has been dodging her calls.
So they haven't spoken.
No, no, no. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's the difference between they're both celebrities, so it's the difference between them being busy and not talking, and then it's the difference between you dodging somebody's phone calls.
Girl, Lisa Ray sit on the couch for 1 hour a day. She free.
No, but they have other businesses and stuff going on. And
Well,
hell, so does if you want to be quiet as a skip, so does the Brett.
I mean, we know the
She
break.
sit at a radio station for
That's
one
what I'm talking
hour a
about
day. She
for an
free.
hour. That's what I'm talking about. So they do the same thing, but I'm just saying the brat was mad because she hadn't spoke to her sister, and then when the brat came out, she found out on social media like everybody else instead of her calling Lisa Ray and all of the things. So they're both celebrities again. So Lisa Ray even said that she was like, people are asking me what's going on. Oh, how do you feel about your sister coming out? And da da da. She was like, I'm happy for her. Like she was like, I didn't know what to say. People are asking me questions and you're not talking to me. So, how does that make me feel? She
But
was like, I'm sitting up here because of the close relationship they had, or, have had, whatever. She was like, hell, I should have been the first one. Bitch, this hoe done bought you a car, whatever. You done put the shit on social media. Y'all done came out. She was like, people asking me, how do you feel about your sister coming out? What if Lisa Ray didn't know that the brat had came out and somebody asked her a question and she said the wrong thing? Then that would have made the brat feel some type of way.
I understand that. But on the same token, I also feel like that um, with us as a community, as a black community, it's not always accepted. Whether you feel like you have a close knit relationship with a brother or sister or not, you know what I'm saying? It's not something that's always accepted. Go ahead, Shayla.
Okay, so I think everybody missed this small little detail.
Go ahead, tell me.
When Lisa Ray was talking to her sister, right? She said, I'm glad you came out because it's something we had been talking about for years. Lisa Ray already knew.
No, yeah, they knew. I'm
But
talking about
so
yeah.
why wouldn't you call me and let me know that you done came out? So if somebody asked me a question, bitch, you know we both famous. Why you ain't
That's what I
call and
just
tell
said.
me you was gonna say something?
That's what I just said. I just said if somebody had asked her something and then Lisa Ray said the wrong thing, not knowing that the brat had already come out, she hadn't spoken to her. So if she asking her like, she probably would have been denying it or doing, or whatever. The brat would have felt some type of way. Oh,
We
but you
all
didn't
knew
call it that.
DeBrat was gay before she said something.
You know what? Stop. You know
Sure.
what? Stop.
I didn't know she used to date Allen Iverson.
I didn't know she dated anybody either.
She
So,
did an interview with Candy like a few weeks ago.
how
Yeah,
do
she
y'all feel
dated
about what?
Allen Iverson.
Huh?
How do y'all feel about what Xylan said? She actually said the wrong thing when she said had a comment about the bisexual people needed to be outed. How do y'all feel about that?
But I was hurt coming from a hurt place because that's what I'm talking about. When cisgender women say stuff like that, they're coming from a hurt place because somebody hurt them that way. So it's not like it's a dig at the community. That's just how she feels because that's the experience that she had. Is it right? No. But at the same time, that's just the experience that she had.
I can understand that.
Come on, Bambi, come on.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I was trying to word it correctly.
Child, just be yourself.
Oh, I am, but I wasn't because I'm trying to remember. I saw that episode. That's what I was actually thinking. I saw the episode, but I don't. From my understanding, the episode was they were talking about Lisa Ray dating somebody that she didn't know was bisexual, and the other ladies knew the guy that she used to date. So they, I think Vivica and Claudia were saying that, I was surprised that you even dated him to begin with. And they were both like, because we heard stuff about him and this and that, whatever.
I'll be right
Fine.
back, y'all. Go
Okay.
ahead. I'll be right back.
Okay. So when she said that, I was like, okay, I think, uh, I agree, but I don't agree. I agree if you're still messing with both sexes, that it should be a conversation. Because just because someone is bisexual doesn't mean that they still mess with the other sex. They may be attracted to the other sex, but that doesn't mean that they currently act on it.
Sorry, y'all. I had to go check on my mom, and she had injections in her back today, so she
Mhm.
was coughing hard. I had to go check on her.
But no, I was saying that I think people that are bisexual, if they're still currently messing with both sexes, I think it should be a conversation that's had. Now, if you're bisexual, you can be attracted to the other sex and not act on it. If you're currently, say, like Shayla, you're dating. Oh Lord, I was about to say
Just say
somebody.
Jane, child. We ain't
Girl,
gotta.
the name that popped in my head, this man. That's not funny, but anyway. Um,
Don't get your ass whooped.
no, it
Oh,
was
oh.
it was just the name that popped in my head, but he had just passed away. It was, I don't know why the name popped. Anyway,
Why
so
can't they say? Go ahead.
we're not going there. So we're gonna say JR.
Okay.
So if JR is bisexual and he messed with a man, or dated men, or whatever the case may be, and he stopped dating men 10 years ago, he's been dating nothing but females. He may still, okay, he's handsome or he's attractive or whatever, but he doesn't act on it, and then he gets with you, and then he's dated nothing but females for the past 10 years. He's never, crept off, did anything, no download type of stuff. But I still think it should be a conversation that is had, so you know about it, so you shouldn't hear it from somebody else. My thing with relationships is, if you're going to be with someone and it's getting serious, you should always let your partner know something, so that the next person or people or whoever don't have the upper hand, meaning they don't have anything over you. So you're coming with somebody, to spray you with. So your partner should always be that person to know what's going on with you. So if somebody come with you with some bullshit, so Shayla, say that you did know that he was bisexual, and a bitch tried to come up to you and read you and be like, "Well, girl, that's why your man used to suck dick or this or that or da 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 da, whatever." You already knew that information, so it was like, "Girl, you can't read me about something I already knew and have accepted about him."
But see, that's some. I feel where you're coming from, but that's what I have an issue with. I don't feel like if it's a past relationship, and maybe I'm looking at it from a wrong standpoint. So I'm just gonna say it like this. I feel like if it's a past relationship and just if me and Bambi was together, but I stopped messing with Bambi and now I'm messing with Shayla. Me and Shayla are dating. I don't feel like that I should have to take and tell you my past on my past relationships. I feel like that you're entitled to certain things, but you don't have to know all of my past in order for me to be dating you. Because if I'm not messing with that same person or not messing with that situation anymore, it shouldn't factor in. But so many people take and tries to look at someone else's past to say, hey, this is what that person is, not necessarily capable of, but this is who that person used to be. Because we all say that we want to change and we don't want to take baggage from a last relationship into a new relationship. But if you never let that person's baggage go and you always hold on to that baggage, then you could be the source of you and that person breaking up. And it could be a good person, because I do hear when I've seen Madison do the shows, and then I've listened to some of the stuff that Craig's done, and different people that I've seen or whatever. And I know a lot of the women say, well, I would like to know this, that, and the third. Give me the option of knowing. But then when you find out, the first thing you assume, or first thing has been said in the past, not
That they're
necessarily
still
with
doing it.
everybody, but they're still doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like a lot of men, especially in the black community, do not like to share that information, because of the fact of the matter is that they get held over their head. Just my opinion.
I
Yeah.
don't agree with that.
Huh?
Um, I don't agree with that fully. The only reason because, like, say I'm dating someone, and the majority of the dudes know that I make videos or whatever. Say someone doesn't know, and I don't tell them. If it comes out later, it could be an issue or whatever because the girls will be so caught up in their feelings about
True. And
people they
and if
do.
we're getting to know each other, like with me, one of the first things that I sit and I express and I talk to guys or whatever, after we've sit and we've talked or whatever for a little while, within the first 2 to 3 hours, I explain or let them know what, everybody know my term, my unicorn, you know what I'm saying? I let them know what's up. So it's up to you from that point on to process it and to either A, deal with it or not deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So I get that part. But what I'm saying though is that if we've had this establishment and we've been going good, but then the first major fight, that's one of the first things that get thrown up in somebody's face. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I don't think you should use that against someone, whether they're bisexual, whether what
That's
they
all
do
I'm
for
saying.
a
I'm not
living,
saying
or
that it's not something that you shouldn't discuss because I feel like you should be open and honest about a person. It's just like if you
right,
were dating a person that has syphilis or HIV or something like that, or gonorrhea or what is it, herpes that you can't never get rid of. If you have something that you can't necessarily can't get rid of, I feel like it's something that you should have a discussion because then you give that person the right to say, "Hey, I can deal with it,"
right.
or "I cannot deal with it." So I
Now,
I understand that part.
and I have met one. I'm gonna say this point blank. Period. If I can't be honest with you,
Mhm.
regardless in any relationship, then we're not for each other. And I can kind of weed those people out real quick because
Mhm.
I come on here and I talk pop my shit or whatever, but I'm very much
As you
so. If I'm in
surely
a new,
do.
not Shayla.
Y'all done been cool this whole
You and
time.
your co been sitting over there, real cute and quiet, girl. Don't be giving me. We're gonna keep it. It's 12:09, girl.
It's 109 here.
Exactly. So you were hour ahead of your time.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh.
Oh, I'm so sick of your shit.
I think you better call Tyrone.
hmm.
Sick of this.
But I really I'm enjoying this and I'm glad that it's that we had the people on here and I don't want anybody to feel attacked. So I'm glad that we're just going at it really easy and we're just tiptoeing across it. But I just really feel like that if you can't be open and honest with a person, there's no reason why you should be in a relationship with that person, regardless of it. Because maybe you have an odor fetish, maybe you have a foot fetish, maybe you have eating dirt fetish. If you can't be upfront with that person about, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but
I think a lot of people, because I do have fetishes and I do like certain things, I think you have to be one mature within yourself to be able to have the conversation. But then
mhm,
the other person that you're dealing with has to be mature in receiving that same thing. Because
mhm,
if they're not mature in themselves, they don't have to like what you like, and that's
right.
perfectly fine. But they still have to, well, they don't have
Respect
to do
what
anything.
they
They
have to
don't have to do
respect it at
anything.
least.
But I would hope that they will be mature enough to receive what you're telling them.
Because if
So,
I say I like to roll out of bed in the morning and then that's when I like to do the love go bang bang bang, either you gonna be okay, we cool with it, or hey, that's not my thing. I like it in the
and it's
afternoon more.
and there's some people that don't even like morning sex because they be like, girl, we not about to wake up and have morning sex because bitch, you ain't even brushed your teeth yet. And it's a lot of people that think like that.
Hmm.
There's one dude, my homeboy, in the military. I ran into this bitch in the bank. It was his birthday, and we just ran into each other. I hadn't seen him in so long, so I was like, "Oh hey, da da da, we catching up." And it was a dude with him, and a dude. I spoke to the dude. See, that's why I don't do punks and queens because I spoke to him, and he just kind of. I was like, you know what I mean? I brushed it off and kept talking to my friend. I was like, I don't know this hoe, and girl, I still need to make a withdrawal from the bank, girl. So I don't want to have, girl. So I was like, whatever. So the boy ended up walking outside or whatever. So I was like, who is? I was like, that's your boyfriend? He was like, nah, child, this dude that came over. He wanted to spend, my birthday night with me or whatever. And then he was like, the boy woke him up trying to give him head, and he was like, bitch, get off me. You ain't even brushed your teeth yet. He was like, I ain't trying to have ginger dick, girl.
Ooh. Did you say ginger dick? Jesus, take the complete wheel and drive this conversation right on.
I was like, I was over the whole conversation at that point. I was like, girl. But it was like, it's some people that think like this. So, my thing is, you just have to be open to receiving what someone else likes, even though you may not be open to doing it. You still
Right.
know, you know, and that's like me. I'm not gonna let my fetish overpower my relationship.
But okay, so so let's say for instance that you feeling a person, but um you like the different scents. What if
I
the
like different
person
things. So if I'm dealing with somebody that's
that
OCD, girl,
yeah, we you know
that's
what? I ain't even gonna go there with you because I already know where you
right. It's not going. It's not going
that's not
to.
gonna happen. So are you
Right.
gonna
I, but
are
it's
you gonna
not
seek
gonna.
from that somewhere else, or are you gonna
No.
be able to take and put that fetish on the shelf until further notice?
I just deal with it. And it's the same thing. Like you have to have willpower as well. If you don't have willpower, then you're not gonna make it. So if someone is bisexual, that doesn't mean that they're messing with both sexes at the same time. It's just you like both sexes. Yeah, you gonna look and this and that, but if you don't have the
I get
willpower to
that.
say, hey, if I'm messing with a female, I'm not gonna duck off. One, you have to be if you're in a committed relationship. So say you're in a committed relationship with a female, whether you're straight and committed, if he's not committed, he's gonna cheat with another female. It doesn't have to mean anything. If he's gonna cheat, he's gonna cheat, whether with it's a female or a male or whatever. If he's a cheater, he's a cheater. But if he's a committed man, excuse me, he's not going to cheat with a man or a woman.
So
And
what
some of
if
these women be asking the wrong questions. Be like, oh, well, did you cheat on me with another woman? No, he's not lying. Bitch, he cheated on you with a man.
well,
That's the question
maybe.
some of y'all should be asking.
Ooh,
So how do you feel about when two bottoms or two tops are dating?
I've dated bottoms.
But so but then
uh-huh.
you would have to assume the role though, right? As being a top.
No.
Because that's something I've always wondered. Like with who is it with he's just what's the two tops that Bolden and somebody else, Mr. Bolden or something like, and his boyfriend is supposed to be both of them supposed to be tops, but I don't get all of that. Like I understand it could happen and it could work, but I don't think that because you always have to introduce somebody else into the equation or somebody's going to eventually give and take.
But I'm not opposed to that. So it goes within that specific relationship.
Well, we know
Now
you're not.
I,
You
I
just
still know
you
how
an
to
opportunist hoe, so we know that.
but I'm not gonna not please my dude. So if my dude isn't satisfied, which I still know how to just because I do consider myself to be versatile, but I just don't act on it. Like I'd
You have
rather
just a power bottom.
no, I don't. Bitch, I ain't never been no power
Ooh,
girl.
ooh.
It was the power for me.
Girl,
Little
girl. I
easier
almost
than
went and found
serious.
that
I
roller
had to give you
coaster.
one.
I almost went and found my that roller coaster and put my phone attached to it, girl. No, I'm not. I mean, I still know how to satisfy a bottom. Just because I see somebody that has bottom on their profile, that's not going to stop me from hitting them up. Just because you're a
I
bottom,
I understand that. I
I'm a
100%.
oral professional, girl. So bottoms still get hit. It's not, and
But
most
some
bottoms,
bottoms don't
most
like themselves touched though.
and those are um, okay. So you have your bottoms, and then you have the girls that are just okay, total bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
So the total bottoms don't acknowledge
Ooh,
what.
come on, Diva One. She said option for two bottoms, double sided dildos.
Baby Diva One is a woman.
A woman, woman. Shayla, why you off the screen? You must be on the phone call.
So,
Oh, she's scratching her
child,
head again. I see it.
It's getting done tomorrow.
child, who you got under that desk? What you looking at?
I thought she was eating because you know she infamous for grabbing a
Child,
snack.
thought she had a man down there, girl.
Ooh.
I would not be on here if he
Oh
was.
my
Yeah,
God. Did you watch Wendy today?
no,
What
I don't
happened?
watch Wendy on TV no more. I like her better on the radio.
I watch her on YouTube. I don't watch her on TV. She said on the radio.
You said what?
I don't know if that was a read or
What happened?
He being a mess.
As
she said,
usual.
I don't watch Wendy on TV no more. I like her better on the radio. I was like, well, girl, I don't know if that was a read or what. Are you saying you rather? Are you saying you rather not see her?
No,
well,
I
well.
like her better on radio because I feel like she's not as filtered. She's filtered on TV.
hmm So you like the unfiltered version of Wendy?
Yeah, I like the just ignorant ass Wendy.
Wendell
The
by
show this
following me.
morning kind of took a turn for the left, and it was kind of awkward.
What happened?
Or was that yesterday? I don't know. So,
This bitch trying to give
oh,
us the tea
so
and
now
give us
she's
the tea.
trying to use her show to get a man, and then I think that was yesterday's show. She was trying to
I thought she had one.
holler at some
Child, that young dude from prison
DJ
that
Booth
jumped
left.
him.
Girl, you didn't
No,
know?
not him. It was one
You talking
after
about the
him.
doctor? The doctor.
Yeah.
That's probably why DJ Booth was mad. He was like, "Bitch, I was sitting over here eating your pussy for the longest, and girl, you went and got you a established man, girl."
Who was DJ Push?
DJ Booth is the guy that was her DJ in the
You
studio.
got pussy in the middle of a busy restaurant.
You seen DJ Booth before? He's handsome. He used to sit over there in the corner, girl, and she used to flirt with him. Like I was like, girl, DJ Booth don't want you, girl.
Well, who DJ Booth on? Because clearly he was trying to make a come up on the clear up.
That part.
Clean up
But
in
I
aisle
mean, to be honest, he didn't need Wendy to do the come up. I mean, Wendy just put his face out there because he was still working with Nicki, and he still works with Nicki Minaj, and then he works as Ludacris. Is it Ludacris DJ? One of them. I don't know. But she
one.
said
Excuse me.
she was looking for a boo during quarantine, and she was talking to Norman because Norman, she was telling him that he was handsome and this and that because he got a new haircut.
Is that the gay?
Yeah, the one that be in the corner.
With the glasses?
Producer. Yeah, her producer. Yeah.
Mm.
So he is cute.
I
But I
didn't say
want
he wasn't cute. I'm just talking about that. I don't know why she talking to him for unless she trying
no,
to.
no, no. She was just complimenting him because he got a new haircut.
Oh,
He kind of got like a little box fade too, but it's like a smaller box fade. It's cute. The only thing with
it's the fade.
Norman is cute. He's handsome. He's all of the things. I want him to get some teeth whitening strips.
Oh,
That's it.
This bitch is so shady.
I'm not.
Oh, what you call
He's
it?
been on this show long enough for somebody to tell him that. And Norman has always been cute to me, but
So you got to write in to ask
it be the
Wendy.
it be the it just kind of look like he drank a lot of coffee.
that's probably
But
what.
anyway, that's neither here nor there. So they was talking about her finding the boo during quarantine.
Who bitch you missed?
Um, and they was talking about. She was saying something about the guys coming over, and somebody said, "Well, why don't you just have them wear a mask?" And she was like, "No, they can't wear a mask because they won't be able to do everything I need them to do."
You,
I was like,
Wendy
"Oh,
maybe
nasty for real.
maybe it'll take some of that weight off her knees and ankles.
Y'all better leave that lady alone. Wendy is old and sick.
I just be wanting her to come out. I just say they need to get her an electric chair and have her come out the doors and slide on over to her position. Because if she still be trying to do that little running hop, I'd be like, Wendy, just sit down, girl. It's okay."
Man, listen.
I'll be like, why is she still trying to do this
Hold
little
on.
running,
Hold up.
girl?
What did you say she be doing? What now? Did she be doing a what?
This running hop, girl. You know how on Legally Blonde she was doing the business snap. Wendy be over here doing the bunny hop. I'll be like, girl, girl, I can't. What he say? Girl, I'm like, bitch, we too damn man. Let's do what needs to be done. Yes, come
Mm.
on, Violent. Yeah, I'm like that. I don't really care about labels. Like,
This
that's
child
why I'd
said
rather mess
they
with
need to put
somebody
her
that's
on
like
the
a
scooter
either like a
and
versatile
let her.
bottom or a versatile.
That child said, put her in a scooter with a big old W in the front. This is what I'm picturing. That glitter purple W in the front and slide on in there.
Girl.
So is she gonna get up from the chair and then that's when she gonna do her hop to hop into the chair, or she just gonna stay seated in there until she
No,
goes to
they're
the
gonna
couch?
get her one of them. I don't know, girl. They need to put some hydraulics on her chair she already got, girl, and just slide her across the floor.
Did you say hydraulics on the chair? Like you pimping my chair, like they do with the old school. What? How
Uh,
they be
well,
doing
quiet as
the
it's kept, hell, her show got enough money they can just get the floor that moves.
Shut
like in
up.
the like the ones in the
You remember that
airport?
year?
You
You
know the
remember the
ones that you
first
just
year
see
that
at the
BT?
airport. Hmm.
Huh? You remember
You
the first year that BT tried to do that with the award show, and everybody kept stumbling off the goddamn conveyor belt
Jesus.
because it was moving too fast. So the girls they had on heels didn't know how to get off.
Hell no.
I was like, who? I was like, who idea was this to have a girl slide out? Baby, that thing was moving so fast, girl. I was like, oh, girl. Mm-mm. What did Diva
So
Wine say? Diva Wine said, if I can finally afford teeth bleaching, there isn't any excuse for Norbit.
so I made a decision.
About
Um, I'm going on a trip in December, but before I go on this trip, I want to lose close to
here we
30
go.
to 40 pounds.
That's not bad.
First
So,
Uber.
hmm,
You want to lose what?
Torment.
between 20 to 30 pounds, maybe a little bit more.
That's not bad.
So, I'm going to stop eating on any of the shows that I'm doing at night. And I'm going to um, get up in the morning times and start because I get my walk time in doing my 8 hours at work, so I don't have to really worry about the walk. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy one of those little sandbags that you can take and buy for your feet, like the little weights. I'm gonna
Oh
put
yeah, did you put around your ankles?
either 2 or 5 pounds on each one of my legs, and I'm gonna try to put some of the ones that they used to have that you can do put a wrap do them around your wrist, and I'm gonna do it for for the first hour or so that I'm at work, walking around doing this and getting my heart rate and stuff up. And then now we're getting an hour lunch, so
Mm.
um My first 15 minutes is going to be just my cool down period, and then, or either I'm going to do a little brisk walk around our parking lot at work for 30 minutes, and then, eat a little small lunch or eat what I used to do is I used to eat breakfast, something for breakfast, and then do my supper or dinner actually at lunch, and then for for dinner I used to do like a sandwich or something smaller and less calories and stuff. And I know if I put my mind to it, I can do it, but I got to stop with the junk food and stuff because I'm trying to save all that whenever I go to on my little trip. And I still haven't figured out where I want to go to, but I know I want to be slim and trim wherever I go to because I'm trying to catch a little fly with some honey.
I'm actually contemplating because I need to start losing weight as well. But I know for me, um, when I was losing weight the fastest, I had cut out a lot of. I didn't stop eating fast food, but I did cut out a lot of burgers, a lot of bread, and I was drinking a lot more water. So that
See,
right there kind of
but
cut
the
off
water thing
20
is not my issue. My issue is this at nighttime. Like when I get on here,
snacking. Yeah.
this is my
Well, snacking isn't bad. It's just what you snack on. Like you have to have
right.
healthy snacks. Like they taught us that in like school. Like popcorn. That's a
Hmm.
healthy snack. So if you like to eat late at night, you can just pop you some popcorn or something without all the butter.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That I really have got to do what I was doing beforehand when I had lost my weight the first time. Um, like I said, water is not a thing because I always drink one of these in a course of a day, and that's 64 ounces, which is a gallon of water. You know what I'm saying? And then when I'm at work, I don't drink drinks while I'm at work. I always get I have um a 32 ounce thingy, and I fill it up like three
Water
or four
bottle.
times. See, a water bottle. So I fill it up like at least 3 or 4 times in a run of a day and drink that. So drinks are not my issue. My issue is that when I get on here and we bullshitting around, and
Even though,
or either I'm sitting
even
on here and working on here at night and I need something, so I got to start buying my weekends and my different healthier snack choices.
even though you have a job where you move around a lot and you're walking, you still because
Have
your
to
body is
increase my heart rate.
yeah, your body is used to that same pace. So you have to either go walking in the morning or, in the evening when you get off or,
But
just
that's why I was saying while my
but
first
you have to do like a brisk walk, until you
but that's
can
why I'm
work up
saying
to a
my
jog.
first hour or so, if I add the weights onto my first hour, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that would get my heart pumping a little bit more. But I like I said, I'm planning on
Why you just don't leave them on the whole day?
because I feel like that would get uncomfortable. And I don't want to do it and make myself uncomfortable. I want to do it in um,
Moderation.
moderation. I don't want to do like I'm gonna do kind of sort of like what Savon had did, but instead of going to the extreme of just strictly liquids, I'm not gonna go to the extreme of strictly liquids. I'm gonna do more broth and like chicken soup and beef soup and stuff like that. Because I had said I was gonna do it, but I'm gonna stick to it this time. I'm gonna do it, but I don't want to go full throttle and doing something like that, and then I done good the whole day, and then I get on here doing a live, and then I'm snacking on bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going
Um,
to get rid of my junk food. So this is my last week of junk food, and then after this week, starting Monday, is when I'm going to, you know, take my time and sit down and because I used to do nutrition work working in a nursing home. So I'm going to set myself out a whole schedule, and then I'm just going to go buy what I need and cut back on my beef intake and substitute beef with turkey.
do
And
you some those prepackaged do like meal preps?
that's what I was going to do. And then for lunch, instead of taking and going out and buying, because we got KFC where I work at, we got Zaxby's, we have Whataburger across the street. Like I have stuff in Arby's and Waffle House. I have all that in walking distance. Instead of doing that, I'm gonna start picking up like the lean cuisines or something like that, something that's a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Um,
See, when you have friends like Shayla, girl, you don't need nobody else, girl.
Shayla,
She's
you
sitting up here talking about snacking and losing weight, girl. What you do? Go get a bag of something and just munching, girl.
skinny popcorn. Girl, you don't need no skinny popcorn. You need fat girl popcorn. That's
I
what
don't
you need.
get this shit good.
But I'm saying you don't need skinny girl popcorn. You need
You
fat
saw
girl.
how she just said, "Bitch, fuck you," without saying
Hmm.
nothing.
Basically. And then she just done gave me her ass to kiss all over again.
I'm
I got
talking
a
about
whole
me.
box of this
I'm
shit.
talking about me when she held that bag up.
Ooh, what flavors are that, Shayla?
It's sweet and salty kettle corn, regular
Oh,
popcorn, and
I
then
love
white
kettle corn.
cheddar.
Where you get that from? Where you get that assorted box from?
Sam's Club.
Yeah. You
See,
got it from her.
Sam's Club.
I knew she did. Okay.
Diva one, I do like the peanut butter and celery together. I just don't care for apples like that. I will eat apples, but I'll just eat the apples plain. And the trail mix, certain trail mixes have coconut in it. So I have to be very
Rice
cautious on
Krispies.
the trail mixes that they have. I like those
Girl, are
Rice
those
Krispies. I can't eat. I'm allergic to coconut, so I can't do certain trail mixes and bananas. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. What's the word I'm looking for? That texture in my mouth. I can't eat bananas.
do you like the dried oranges
No.
or mandarin?
Mm-mm.
Those are good. That's aside from raisins.
I'm
I
not a
like
fruit person, and I'm not
my
really
grandma
a veggie
eat
person.
those
I'm very selective on that kind of stuff. But I
because
will go
I'm
give you suggestions.
because I do want to change my eating habit, but I want to start back. I have to go walking and work my way back up to a run. Um,
I was never a runner, but I was always
in the
able to
Navy,
do
so I didn't
like
push
2 or 3 miles walking very briskly. And with me, um, I think I may be going to New York. And with me have not done New York in 2.5, 3 years now. Like I used to walk everywhere, so I got to get a good pair of walking shoes and stuff, and I got to get my stuff toned back up because I don't want to get winded. And then having to walk around now with masks is another obstacle to overcome. So, um, like I said, I'm claustrophobic, so I don't wear those that often. So I wear the face shields. And there's one particular the one that I got to order for myself. I ordered one from Amazon, and it's cute, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and order the other one that looks like glasses. I think I'm gonna like that one better because right now wearing the
Oh,
mask
you
that I
talking about
wear,
that thing that they used to wear? Them celebrities used to wear?
hmm so the ones that is more contour and it looks like glasses, and it comes all the way down. But
Yeah.
I got I'm gonna look into that stuff and see exactly what is what, and I want to get stuff done. And like I said, I mean, I beat a big 3-8, so wherever I go, I'm gonna have sprinkles. So the vacation, when I go on vacation, the diet would officially be over. Fuck that. I'm going to go have a good time. So
So did we ever answer the question about the two
what?
tops and bottoms?
So I just left it alone because Diva gave us her eloquent answer to it. They just need to get
I
another.
have a question for Shayla.
Oh, go ahead.
So, would you be able to date a feminine man or a man that has feminine tendencies that you knew for a fact he didn't there was no inkling that he got down, no whispers or anything. He had feminine tendencies.
Why?
Meaning not even like say he was just like metrosexual, like he had good grooming skills. He would go get his nails done, pedicures.
Child, you know Shayla like a roughneck.
Okay. I need a hood boy.
I need somebody that's gonna tell me to shut the hell up or shut the fuck up, and I don't feel like he's gonna do it.
So you like ghetto
One
traits.
man with big dick energy.
But it's some okay, so but it's some nice guys that have big dick energy too. Because um I was talking to a friend and his appearance gives me just like oh, and but he's very soft spoken. But whenever he told me to shut the fuck up one time, I was like, oh, that turned me on. I was like, oh, just
Well, that's the because people have asked me why do I like feminine dudes or why
well,
how
you
could
a
I go
lesbian, so
feminine dude and huh?
I said you a lesbian, you into that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't mind it. But at the end of the day, what's funny to me is, and I it's more so funny in my head. I don't really show it, but when I've messed with pretty much every feminine dude that I've messed with, whether they've just been feminine appearing, feminine acting, or they go so far as to wear hair. Because I've dated guys that do wear like they would have a sew in
Well,
or some type of hair. Like they wear geesh, all of the things, you
mm,
know. But when you're having sex, the bass comes out. Like they could have a more tenor tone or alto voice, like they talk real soft or sound girly. But when you having sex, the bass comes out. Exactly, because I'm feminine ish, but I don't. I'm
Ish.
more I'm more aggressive.
what you gotta say, Shay? So what you trying to say, Shayla?
Come on, cousin Faith. Go ahead and finish what you were saying.
Um, I can't say that, but it was just like I have feminine tendencies. Well, some days, like when I get on here, I'm joking and stuff, but a lot of times, like there's people that still don't know that I'm gay, which irks my nerve because it's like, shut up. I'm serious. I mean, when you go to a new environment and they'll be looking at you like, is he gay?
Shayla,
Isn't he gay? Because I'm quiet.
how many words did you say whenever they first meet
Well,
you?
that's what I said, because I'm quiet.
But what how
So
have you said?
it
Hey,
doesn't matter. I mean, all I can say is, hey, how
hey,
you doing?
hey, how you doing? Say it one more time.
Why?
Hey, how you doing?
Gay.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
But there's been people that don't know. Like some people
How?
don't want to just judge
How?
or
And I'm quite sure you do the usual girl. I mean, you probably break the wrist and
no,
everything.
but I don't talk like that in everyday life.
So what you
The
gonna
Oh,
most
do?
you'll
so
get
you
out of
only get on here
the
and put
most
on your personality.
the most the most that you'll get out of me in everyday life is child. And my hunger can tell you that because she be like, oh, you get on my nerve with that. Because I'll be like, oh, child, child this and child that. Like that's the most,
Gay.
but that's the most that you'll get out of me.
I say, child, I ain't gay.
Yeah, but I mean, you have feminine feature ways though. See, look how you throwing your head back and so forth. Child, sit down. Talking about the kids don't know you gay, girl.
No,
Bye.
I said some people. I'm not saying everybody doesn't know my tea, but it's some
Miss-
people that still don't know.
Who didn't see it?
I
Blind
mean,
Barnabas.
Oh,
it's a lot of people whose radar is not turned on.
But
Jazz is being real shady.
I heard her, and that's
I'm gonna
fine.
be quiet. Hold on, I'm gonna do you one.
Oh, no, you didn't leave.
Anyway, okay. Well, there was, and it's a lot of because if you think that my case is bad, I was like, okay, it's been several. It's several queens in the church that are married to women.
Ooh, talk about it.
I don't believe you gonna talk about it. Talk about it. I don't believe you gonna talk about it. Talk about it. Be about it.
This guy came up. They were staying in my hotel, and okay, there's two different instances. I'm gonna talk about the shorter version first. So this guy was checking out, and he kept coming down. He had his luggage card, and he was walking out. You could tell he was going to church by the way he was dressed.
Hmm.
And then he had on some nice little khaki pants. They were kind of fitted. He had a little cake. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm sitting up here looking at him.
So
Is he
wait,
walking out the door?
little Debbie's a big Deborah's.
No, he had cake, honey. It was chocolate.
Oh, mm, okay.
Mm.
It was two layered.
Uh, Okay, so he has some more jiggly cakes.
He was stacked.
Mm.
So he's walking out. Good looking dude. I was like, okay, cool. Um, and then when he comes down with the second luggage cart, he had pulled his car around or whatever, and then he ran back upstairs. He was like, he's coming down. He came down the last time. He was like, that was what's taking this girl so long, this and that. I'm just thinking, because we get church people that stay at our hotel a lot. So I'm like, okay, maybe he just waiting on another room to come down because I was going out to church. This lady come down. He was like, baby, what you doing? He was like, we gotta go and this and that. I was like, baby,
Ah,
girl. I looked at him and then I looked at her and I'm looking. I was like, oh. I said, excuse me, y'all, are y'all checking out? He was like, yeah, my wife will get it when she if she ever get off this elevator, she walking slow. Like, and he was talking shit in front of her, so she came up to the counter. He was like, oh, he rude. And I'm looking. I was like, oh, that's your husband. She was like, yeah, that's him. I was like, oh, okay. Well, y'all have a good day. Here's your receipt. I was like,
So he ain't try to flirt with you.
no, he was rushing out the door, and she was taking her sweet time. That's why he was kind of like, girl, we gotta go. But he said everything outside of girl, and I was just sitting here like, oh, that's something, girl. Okay, that's cute for you. But that's why I'm like, you never know how someone's relationship is because you can see somebody, even a straight woman with a feminine man, a man, and you never know the dynamic. He could just be feminine, or
Mm.
he could be bisexual or whatever. But it's up to that woman. That's why I was like, it's for guys that say they have to be on the down low when they're bisexual, or they know their sexuality already. I'm like, it's a woman out there for everybody. Some women like that. You just have to find the right one. But and then it was this other guy. They had just got married, him and his wife. So they were at our hotel, for their honeymoon or whatever. Well, I think I don't know. But anyway, they had just got married, so they're staying at our hotel. And the guy kept coming down to the front desk, just asking me for everything. And it got to the point where I was like, nigga, ain't you supposed to be in there having sex with your wife? Why you keep coming down to the desk? Because he started out fully dressed. They had came back from the wedding reception, and then every time he came back to the desk, he had less
Listen.
and less clothing on.
Mm.
So I was like, "Bitch, do you want me or do you want her?" I was like, "What is it?"
Sound like Prince.
niggas ain't shit.
Do you want
But
him?
he kept coming down to the desk like
Do you want
he
me?
was scared to like. I don't know. I
I
started. I was
want
like, it
you.
was. I didn't know if it was like he liked me or that he was a virgin and he was scared. I was like,
Maybe he wanted you to hop on his cakes.
Oh,
I worked at it. Mm.
"Oh, Tony been there, done that, child."
So what have you done whenever you work the front desk and they ask you to bring up some towels?
Oh, this other hotel used to be. I
Some
used to
towels.
do. Huh?
I say, yeah. Then when they ask you to bring us some tabas.
Mhm. This other hotel, we used to get like the distressed passengers from the airport, and then we would get distressed passengers from Greyhound. If the bad weather or anything like that, or the bus broke down, we would get their passengers. So I'm checking in, a whole bus full of people. They got misplaced or displaced or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This guy calls down and he was like, "Hey, my shower is not working correctly." So it was an older hotel, so some of the showers hadn't, some of the rooms hadn't got the new shower head, the shower nozzles put in. So some of them were kind of hard to pull out,
Mm.
because they were in the process of replacing them.
Right.
So I go up there because some of them you really have to put child your back into it. I'll be like, "Girl, look."
Yes, put your back into it.
So I get up there.
Mm-hmm. Did you help him pull that out?
Child, he was already ass out, bitch, dick hanging. He had a towel in his hand, but when he opened the door, he was playing like he was about to wrap it around. But I was like, bitch, you might as well just at this point leave it out because I already signed, baby, nice.
Nice piece.
So I noticed when he opened the door that his back was wet. And I was like, okay. So I go in the bathroom because he was at the sink brushing his teeth. So the sink was outside of the bathroom. So I go in the bathroom and I noticed that the water is kind of like dripping. So when I went to, I'm looking at, before I even touched the nozzle, I was like, this is a new shower nozzle. So I'm like, what the hell? So I go to turn it and the thing came right on, no issues, nothing. I was like, oh, you playing? Baby, I grabbed one of them towels off that rack, went in there, because by this time he had fully wrapped the towel around his waist. So I go out there and I didn't even say a word, child. I grabbed that towel and walked out there where he was. He was still brushing his teeth. I ain't say shit. Baby, I walked out there and started drying his back off.
Mm. We listening.
What he do? Spit that toothpaste out, turn around, baby. I snatched that towel open. He was like, "What you want to do with it?"
Ooh,
Mm. Go ahead with one of your videos.
what you do? What you do with it?
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
Just
Hey,
a whore.
Did he just play in your throat or did he play in your guts too?
didn't do it.
Mm. Oh yeah, you had to get back to the front desk, huh?
Well,
You had put on brake sign out there. I know you. And locked the front door.
oh no, I had at that hotel I had a driver and then I had security. So the security guard was my homeboy, so he knew like if I was gone for a minute, all he had to do was answer the phone.
Mm-hmm.
He was cool. I'd be like, look, I'll be back in like 15 minutes. He'd be like, Lord,
You know them hoes tell. Mm.
baby, it only took 15 minutes most of the time, so if
I'm
that.
on 15 minutes. They didn't call you the Dallas Superhead for nothing.
That don't call me Dallas up here, baby. It's head spin over here, boo.
Yes. Slop on the knob. Like corn on
They
the
started when I first came out. They started calling me superhead, and I was like, "Bitch, don't compare me to that hoe. I don't use my hand."
Ooh,
put me in a coffin. I'm coffin ready. Shayla, have you found your picture yet?
picture of what?
Nothing. Never mind.
Girl, what you talking about?
Nothing. Y'all don't never pay attention to any damn thing I say. Oh, let me see if I can get this going.
Yes, come on, Tony. Tony ain't being classy. Tony been trying to be classy, honey. He letting that hair down
Tony, oh Tony,
in the comments.
Tony.
DV1.
Tony.
What is- Hmm.
Shayla, you ain't found out new man since she posted that picture in that red dress, girl.
A bunch of
Ooh.
Clearly they're trolls.
Ooh, Shayla, you ain't got nothing to say?
I'm talking about the way she said that. She was like, the way that she said that, she was like, child, some of them.
Child, people still talking about this here and the whole party and child, sick of them.
Oh, girl. Here she acting light skin. She was like, girl, you knew this hair was going to be whooped and done, honey.
That part.
And RuPaul Jerry's, I give it to you every time, girl. I don't know why you bother.
Hell no.
She said, girl, it was whooped and done last year, girl. What makes you thought this year was going to be different?
She has nice fashions and gowns.
Oh, shit. I almost spit that.
In the words of Riri, she has nice fashions and gowns.
Okay. What she say? How do you think about Nicki Minaj? Oh, we're not going to discuss her. I said, oh.
That was a shady old hoe before she left her.
And that's what they were talking about. Because Savon and Chi Chi was talking about that last night, talking about between Wendy and Nene. He was saying at what age does it stop? And I was in the comments talking about, child, it don't never stop. I said, what you thought about Aretha and Patti LaBelle, child? They older
Mhm.
queens and they were still going at it. I'm like,
Agree.
just because you older don't mean the shadiness stop. Girl, if anything, if you already shady at a young age, girl, it just gets worse as you get older.
Yes, and then old folks feel like that they are at a point that they don't have to be sorry for what they say. They just
They
say what
don't
the
have
hell they
no
want
filter.
to say. And then if they hurt your feelings, oh well.
They
If they
don't give a damn.
they feel like
Baby,
they done been here long enough, if your feelings get hurt, oh well.
the two times that Aretha took me out when she shaded Patty, when they was at the White House,
Yes, and she had that
and she
green.
walked that out, and baby, Aretha damn near almost did the Matrix try to maneuver away from Patty LaBelle's hand. Baby, she did a whole girl. It was it was the Matrix move for me, girl.
And then Patty line. Ooh, I don't know what you're talking about. Girl, you was there. We had video you there. Girl, I don't know what you're talking about.
Try to say she didn't see her. Girl, yes you did. Because you put your hand out.
And the way that Aretha, when she was moving all around trying to get away from her, looked her up and down, and then kept going.
She
Oh,
did.
thank you, and thank you. God was like, oh, you got it, girl. They was
And she
both too
did.
much. They was both too much. And then the second time was when somebody had asked Aretha Franklin, because Aretha was coming out with, she was supposed to be coming out with some kind of soul food line or something, a prepackaged soul food line or some she was coming out with, and they had asked Aretha had she tried a patty pie. Baby, Aretha, look, she said, "No, I ain't never had no patty pie, but Miss Patty gonna have to move that pie to the side." I said, "Oh,
Shady.
I hollered." And
I
then they
remember
had,
I
huh?
remember the episode that she was on Emerald Lagasse and it was her birthday. And that fat heifer was sitting up there. She was just a bouncing while she was eating. I said, is that the Patty bounce? I mean, not the Patty, is that the Riri bounce? Because every time she
Mm-mm,
started calling herself trying to get into a dance, she'll do that same little bounce. I said, you better bounce on, heifer, bounce on.
mm-mm.
Oh,
They had
I wonder, do she have a hydraulics in a pink Cadillac?
we riding on the freeway.
She's got cute fashions and gowns. Oh, that took me out when she said that. What? Who was she talking about? She loved the Jennifer Hudson. She loved the Fantasia. It was somebody else that they had took and
Taylor
brought up. And
Swift, I think.
who was it? It was somebody else
I think
because
it was Taylor Swift.
she said, "Oh, she's got cute fashions and gowns." I said,
I think they was talking about. They had asked her about Taylor Swift and what's the big girl that lost weight? Nope.
"Adele."
Yeah. I think it was one of them, or if not both of them. Oh, like, oh.
Has anybody seen the bio movie Respect?
Has it come out?
I thought it came out. I'm not for sure. But
Girl, oh,
they've been doing releases or something like that for at least a year now.
because Jennifer was playing her, and
Mm.
then here go weak knees and bad heels. Come over
Who?
here, Kim Burrell.
Oh, when she that comment when she had made that Leandria should have been playing
Girl,
her.
she shaded the shit out of Fantasia for no fucking reason. I
And
was like,
taking her fat ass back too.
what you won't do?
Because I'm sorry, but Fantasia, Leandra is cute,
Don't do it.
but Fantasia's the way that she attacks a song is completely different. And especially when Fantasia get in that space, you can't touch Fantasia on stage. Fantasia, her studio albums are cute, real cute, but her live
It's
performances,
her live performances. Yes,
her
it's
live
a live
performance, she
performance.
eats them hoes
And
completely
it's
up for
and
me.
it's all of those girls. All of those girls serve a sickening live performance, but
Mhm.
they all perform differently.
Yes.
Fantasia is gonna give you a full concert upbeat. She can give you a slow, you know, whatever.
Yep.
Um, but they all perform different from
Mhm.
Fantasia to Jennifer Hudson to Leandria. They're all good. Fantasia had this song on Celebration of Gospel, Bobby Jones Gospel or whatever. She was singing "He's Done Enough," and then her mama
Yes,
came out and started singing with her.
I have that on my phone.
I was
Mhm.
ever going through something, I was playing that on repeat.
Yeah,
And then the song
she
that
ate
she
that one
sang
up,
after
baby.
that, the song that she sang after that was um shit, "He's Done Enough," and then it was I don't
Because
know.
that's when she gave her testimony about the surgery.
Yes,
The doctor said that she wasn't going
right.
to be able to sing anymore.
If
It
I
was
was ever going through something, "He's Done Enough" has gotten me through, baby. I have been at work at the desk crying, ready to walk off my job because a bitch done pissed me off, or something at the job pissed me off.
just do like Shayla,
And
just close up shop and come back the next day.
well, I could, well, I could have left, but girl, she wouldn't have nothing to come back to, girl.
Ooh,
So, and now the song that Leandria did on Sunday's Best with
Hmm.
what's that guy's name?
I don't know because I don't know what song you're talking about.
um,
The newest song she's been singing.
it's on the phone.
Have
You
y'all
Dang.
hear?
have y'all ever heard Pat LaBelle, Yolanda Adams, and Fantasia sang One Wish, and how Patty
Deliver
and
me.
Yes.
Sorry.
That
you
song
good.
has replaced Fantasia for me. I'm sorry. It takes me up.
Zylan just said, "Deliver me." But y'all need to listen to One Wish. It's off of the uh what the hell is that? It's a movie. It's off of a movie. I can't think of the name of the movie, but it's called the name of the song is called One Wish. And when I tell you that Patty and Fantasia ate that hoe up and they lost Yolanda in the mix, but I don't consider
Can we
Yolanda
talk
a
about Yolanda
vocal.
real quick?
Yeah, I don't consider Yolanda a vocal powerhouse though. She's got that mellow, nice, cute little, but she's not a vocal powerhouse to me.
I think she is a powerhouse singer. I think she gets lost in her performances.
Shit, I don't think she's a powerhouse
You
singer to me.
you
Oh
know
no,
they call
oh
her.
no. What
You
we
know
not
they call
gonna do? We not gonna do Yolanda.
no, we're not gonna do her, but we're gonna. She's gonna get tried a little bit in a few minutes.
Yes, she's got cute
Um,
gowns and fashions.
we're gonna have to try Mother real quick. She's they call her when they need that gospel singer to come out. Give a little 1-2. I don't know what happened to them calling on Tamala Man, but I
It's
need them
just
to start calling her back.
Tamla is the Tamla now. Tamla takes you through.
Baby, I need her to take me to the King, take me to the Golden Gates, girl, take me to down by the river, girl, somewhere. Cause
Look,
Miss Shonda,
hmm. Especially when she takes and she lean all the way back. When she was a real big girl
Yolanda,
and she used to lean all the way back and she used to get them notes. I said, okay then, girl.
Yolanda used to
That's
be that
true.
girl. I
Huh?
don't know what's Yolanda did used to be that girl, but I don't know what happened to these new performances she been doing. I don't know if she been in Hollywood too long. Cause I like Yolanda when her hair went all the way done right, or she had them braids in too long. She
When
was
she was
singing
wearing
because
that
she needed that
yucky
check.
hair.
Yeah, she was singing.
Ooh,
Now that her
y'all was
hair's been
saying.
laid, you know, correctly, and
She
I don't
said
know what's
correct.
been going on. When she did, it was like she gets you there. Even when she sang for Whitney's memorial at the BET Awards or wherever that was, um, she gets you there, and then she lost it at the end because she tried to take him to church, and she was off a little bit. It was that last 30 seconds for me. I was like, she sang the song, it was everything. She was like, okay, now you got to take him there, and then she missed the note, girl. I was like, we were rooting for you.
I would say I agree with you. I would say early Yolanda, but the new last couple of albums, Yolanda has not done it for me.
Well, I
It's
mean,
like
she
she
can.
don't be catching the Holy Ghost no more.
I
It's
will admit, I love Yolanda, but she has fell off the last couple of times. Now I love her, and she knows she done fell off. That's why she ain't doing all that she used to do.
No, because like what y'all was just saying, she done got the hair
Oh,
done the right way. She's not using Yaki anymore.
yeah,
She's
she
using
had the
Remy.
wig, put the mic down. That's what happened.
I like Yolanda when she came out when they honored her. She had on this short bob wig, and she was looking like she was 8 feet tall, girl. And she was saying, stop judging these gospel artists. Stop judging us by what we wear, what we have on when our hair isn't done. Girl, she was going. I mean, she wasn't going in, but she was giving a church, little cute church read to the girls, like, baby, stop judging us by what we got on and how we look. I said what I said. So, it was like I miss her from back then. It was like, girl, I don't know what changed. Girl, you got your new man, you feeling good. You know,
But
you you ain't
back in the day, she was doing a lot more of the she's arrived. That's what done happened to her. Now she's got a syndicated radio
girl.
show. She's got a syndicated TV
She's
show.
living in ecstasy, honey.
Yeah, like she doesn't have to work for it anymore. Like it's given to her.
True. But that's when somebody got a good man at home, because girl, they ain't got no pain no more.
You know
You know
what?
when when you going through, honey, that's what Leandria, that's how Leandria is still able to.
I love her better days. When she does better days, it takes me through.
You need to go watch her performance on Sunday, Biz. That takes me through. Baby, he said we should be ending it, but we gonna just bring it up one more time. And baby, she belted it out. I was like, and then you see Shayla, you remember how the choir was? It was that big lady that was right behind her on the end. Baby, mother was over there performing like she was in the front. I said, yes, ma'am, but she better be in the background giving us a performance. Baby, she was in the choir back there. She was giving me everything. It was this
Oh
big
no,
lady.
girl, royalty. I'm sorry, but I don't do Tasha Cobbs. Tasha Cobbs does not do it for me.
Now break every chain does
That
everything.
that's the only thing, and he knows my name. I love those
Yeah.
two, but outside of that, she does not do it for me. Now Michelle Williams, I like Michelle Williams stuff because Michelle, she's got some vocal range on her, but outside of that,
From Destiny Child.
hmm
I mean,
she's
she
got
could
a
sing.
sickness. She's got a sickness song called "I Heard a Word," and I absolutely love that song. But then
Who?
I heard a word
By who?
by Michelle Williams.
I
Yes,
heard.
a word. I love that
But
song.
Michelle can actually sing. I don't know why a lot of people
Yeah,
shade
she
her.
can.
She,
She can tear it down, and she's got more of a vocal range,
but I
capacity
don't,
than Beyonce.
I don't think of gospel when I think of Michelle. Though.
Well, she's
She was
done
a gospel
Broadway and
girl. Even
She's
though she
done
was a gospel
gospel and
girl.
Broadway, and on top of Broadway, then she ventured off into jazz and everything too.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know her resume, but it's just she doesn't.
Excuse me, oh, I was just trying to let you know.
No,
You got cute
no.
face.
I'm saying when I think of gospel, I don't think of her. Like even though Kelly Price is R&B,
Hmm.
if I was to think of God, like I would still think of Kelly Price being gospel as well. Like that doesn't.
Now
Even
that
though
hoe.
Heather Headley does gospel, I don't think of gospel when I think of her.
Now I would wonder how verses would be between Kelly Price um and we was just talking about a Tamla Man. That would be a cute versus.
Uh, well, Kelly Price don't really have no gospel songs though.
Well,
Mm,
well,
she's booked
I was
and busy,
just talking.
honey. I don't have
But I
time
was
for
just talking. I was just talking about as far as the vocal power. That's what I was talking about because both of them are similar. As like they're belters.
Now, no, we're not gonna do the verses singing other people's songs. Now we're not. See, Kiki White couldn't get up on the verses.
at all.
Why?
She doesn't have no.
You know what?
She gonna get up there and sing Patty songs again?
You know it will at least
And
somebody will know the
I
words.
love Kiki White, the girl. She can sit in the front row.
She can be the teleprompter.
the the camera woman.
You know what? Why should I? Okay, this concludes this live because these hoes is going in.
Ah, that's why Patty should have just called her during the verse if she ain't know her words. I say, call Kiki. She's singing enough.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Wouldn't it have been shady if Kiki walked?
I would have died. I would have fell out.
Diva one, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, sweetie, on that. Michelle's range is higher than Beyonce's.
Stop it.
It is.
Stop it. Stop it.
I
Stop
know
it
you
right.
probably
You stop all of the madness right now. Now, let me tell you something. I am the person that I don't go up for Beyonce like that.
I don't even.
But Michelle,
that hoe
that
cannot
hoe
sing
can't
no
even
more.
keep her feet under her.
Beyonce can't either. I have a video to prove it.
That was one. Michelle
Twice.
always stumbled
Beyonce.
and she always looked out of place.
Beyonce has fallen a few times. We're not gonna just do that to Michelle.
Hello. When she was ringing the alarm.
Bitch, all the hoes can fall. I don't give a
And that's
damn.
not
But
even the
what I'm
video I was
saying
talking
is,
about. But if I will say that in Beyonce's favor, if you are gonna fall, that's how you get back up.
anybody
And
tell
Michelle wasn't even coming down those stairs.
she fell when she was coming down the steps. She did. She definitely.
No,
Bambi.
Michelle did. Michelle
Bambi.
didn't fall when she was coming down those stairs.
Bambi.
Okay.
Beyonce fell down 15 stairs and got back up and was dancing. Michelle got up with no shoe on and was trying to get back on beat.
What you not gonna do is talk about Michelle.
Well, you know how I involuntarily read people. I was actually taking up for her, and it just came out as a read.
A complete read. A complete
Yeah.
read.
Well, I love y'all, but I got to go to bed, child. It is 2:00 in the morning here. I have to go for work in the morning.
I enjoyed you. I appreciate you.
Okay, chill.
I gotta send you something, but I do have to talk to you about something though too. So
Who you talking to, Jay?
I'm off tomorrow. Yeah, to Shayla. I'll just talk to you tomorrow. Whenever you get off. Just text me when you get off. Chad, you ain't gonna do it, so
Listen,
you ain't gonna do it. But okay.
charge it to my head and not my heart. Listen, I am really bad with a phone. Trust me. My friends will tell you the same goddamn thing. That hoe don't text me. Nobody.
I do agree with Diva.
Okay, that's it. I'm going to bed. I'm
Michelle
done.
has
Good night.
a higher range than Beyonce does.
Mm. Well, I mean, if we really want to be real, Beyonce was saying she just screamed, "Good night."
Oh,
But it's a lot of girls that just scream, honey, but they be screaming on key, and we still love them for it.
I mean,
What
where's
we
the
like to put
lie?
on the list.
Where's the lie?
Huh?
I said, where's the lie, child? Where
Do we
is
need to put
the
on
lie?
the list?
No, we good on the list. We are good on the list. Diva One, I need you and Zylan both to come on here and to argue y'all point because y'all just tearing each other up in these comments over here talking about that we confusing tone with range. No, I'm not confused. I'm not. I'm saying it from and Beyonce is actually not a coloratura mezzo soprano. A coloratura soprano is
Michelle's range is higher than Beyonce's.
Michelle's
That's
range is
not.
not only higher than hers, but her the softer notes that she can sing, it's where the coloratura soprano comes in from. But if you're a mezzo soprano, you're either a mezzo or
Just because Beyonce is louder
yeah.
doesn't mean that her range is higher.
Um and before she got pregnant, her first pregnancy, she couldn't hit some of the notes that she used to in her last pregnancy.
Girl,
Now her range is not there anymore because it does take a toll on your body.
Shayla, go to bed.
This helpful. This helpful.
I can't live.
But
I,
as far as coloratura, Mariah Carey is a coloratura soprano. So as far as what I now I would agree she's a mezzo, but she's not a coloratura soprano. Not vocally. But if y'all want to come over here and have dialogue, y'all can come over here and have dialogue. But
did you drop the link?
oh yeah, let me drop the link one more time.
I'm like, y'all ain't gonna.
Girl, you know I'm a little touched at times.
What does that mean? Her voice is darker.
Because the tones that she uses now, it went from being most people that have the lighter area sounds have a light voice. Beyonce, like her whole last album, what was it, the King, I Am King album or whatever it was, it had a dark tone to it because the vocal range was not there anymore. Just like
The only
Patty still has her light airy sound, and you
Right.
heard how Dion's was super super dark, and her voice was heavy.
Child, those were those cigarettes.
You know what? I ain't gonna say nothing.
Baby, Maddie already read her about the what she called
Virginia Slim, the Virginia Slim.
uh,
Oh Lord, let the shade begin. Here we
they
go.
came in.
Girl, what happened, girl? What I missed when I was coming in here?
I just said, "Oh Lord, let the shade begin."
No, I heard that, but what you say before I got in here?
Oh, we was talking about Dion. She
We're
said,
talking about Dion and her Virginia Slim.
Oh, well, that's because Dion was smoking too damn early in her career, and that's why her voice is darker. That fucks up
but
your larynx. That fucks your larynx up and the vocal cords in your throat, bitch.
And a lot
didn't
of
And
people
that's
Gladys
why
don't
she sounds
realize.
like that.
And
was
then a
Gladys
lot of people
smoking
also
too
don't
that
realize, huh?
you remember that three when they did that little concert thing, the three of them, Gladys, Dion, and Patty.
Yeah.
Wasn't Gladys smoking too?
Sisters and
Sisters in
sisters in
Soul,
love. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sisters in Love or something like that.
But wasn't Gladys smoking too when they were sitting at the table?
yep.
Yeah, but Dion has continuously smoked earlier in her career though. Like
Oh, I know.
she's like smoked her entire career, so that's gonna fuck your voice up. That's what
Um,
it just like alcohol and milk will fuck your voice up.
Here go
but,
Diva talking about we got to set up a day, girl. Diva, press the goddamn button.
but people also has to realize though too that smoking weed rots out your vocal cords.
As well, and that's why I don't smoke. It's for that exact reason.
Smoking weed rots out your vocal cords. So it takes not only if you had singing ability, it takes it a lot of times it takes it completely out because
Yeah.
it not only messes with the larynx and everything, it starts to rot out the tissue.
Now, there's some people that can,
And she must be praying to a higher power, honey.
they can maneuver around it. Like Duran Bernard, as much as I love him, girl,
Oh, I love them.
he smokes weed, and I'm nervous about
I
if that
love it.
will over that. I'm nervous of when that's going to overtake him
Hmm.
and take his voice away. Because I do
I,
not want his voice to ever go away. Because I'm gonna be mad as hell.
did you watch him on the Terrell show?
Girl, I always watch him. That's my baby. I've been watching him since
He is so sexy to me.
2017. Girl, we're not gonna talk about that right now, girl. We're talking about vocals. Okay.
It's every like he is a whole vibe. Like I was
Durand is fun.
Who?
Durand's just extra as
he is
hell.
sexy. Duran
Duran
Bernard.
Bernard,
Girl,
Jasmine,
send you the link so you can watch. Because one, you need to know who
Jasmine,
Terrell is. She don't even know who Terrell is. So
Cheeto.
I'm gonna send you the link to Terrell, and then I'm gonna send you that episode so you can watch it.
Right. Because Durand be singing down.
He plays a lot, but he knows even when he's joking, singing, his
Yeah.
voice still does crazy things. Like it's
hmm
So that's kind of sort of like Tone.
Tone.
Yes, the
He's
gospel
now B Slade now.
B Slay now, but
Yeah,
that sucker right there, though he has a sickening vocal range.
he don't play no games at all.
That is a vocal beast. I
Why do
don't
I know that name?
because
What is he saying?
he sing "Make Me Over Again." That's his really big song, and
Oh,
he's
But Div, if we're talking about range, girl, darker notes means that you can go lower. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's just is overall your tone. That's what's darker. Her tone is darker. When she was in
well, Candy
Destiny's
has a
Child,
dark tone, but
when
she can get into soprano.
who?
Candy.
Yeah, I know that. That's not the point though.
that's not
No, I was just giving an example.
but that's not actually a vocal range for Candy. That is called a head voice
Yeah.
and
Falsetto.
head voice and falsetto.
Hmm.
Well, that's part of her range, but it's a separate part of
Yeah,
her voice.
just because that isn't your natural range doesn't mean it's still on your scale of what you can do.
Yes, but okay. She's got cute gowns and fashions.
Here she goes. See, but I'm the shady one. She was talking about me being shady.
You are.
I'm not being in here shady. I'm just saying I love Beyonce. I don't
Let's talk
stand for
about the
Beyonce.
girls who we don't see it for.
I don't stand Beyonce. I love Beyonce. There's a difference. I'm not gonna be out here being like Beyonce's the greatest thing on the natural born earth, and
And she's not.
nobody's better than her, and this, that, and her. Girl,
There-
we're not gonna do that. But I
I love
love
her
her.
performances.
Beyonce has grown. This is my thing, and I've always said this. Beyonce has grown over the years for me. I've always liked Beyonce because of the performance value.
I like her performance.
Only now, as she's gotten older and she's learned her voice, she stopped doing all those extra runs that she needed to do in the beginning of her career, which irritated the fuck out of me. So I was like, this girl can actually sing, but
I
she
think
keeps on because when she first came out, she was in a group, so people like to overcompensate the fact that they had other people in the background
she
while
was
she
trying
was
to
singing.
justify why she was the lead singer.
Yeah, so she was doing a whole bunch of extra shit that she didn't need to actually do. But
Mm.
my thing is, once she did that performance for Barbara
But you know
Streisand,
why?
once she
But
did
you
that
know
performance for
why?
Barbara Streisand, it was like she was like, now I'm going to start turning myself into a vocalist as well as
Yeah.
performer. That's when I
But you know
started to
why
give
she
her
used to
more
do that?
respect.
Because Kelly was on her ass. Had Kelly
Yeah,
had more confidence back in the day, which is Kelly be making me want to punch on her forehead sometimes because Kelly could have been that girl too.
Kelly. Yeah, Kelly could have been that girl. I've always said that. Kelly's
Kelly
been my
did an
favorite from
interview
the
that
beginning.
made me wanna.
So let me ask y'all this question then. How do y'all feel about Jessica Simpson?
Well,
Even,
Jessica Simpson fucked her voice up.
but
What
back in the
about her?
day, that heifer could take and sing though.
Yeah, Jessica Simpson could sing
That was a
back in the
vocal
day.
thing back in the day.
And I forget what she actually did to her voice that fucked it up, but she did something, girl, and it was
She
going.
didn't know the difference between tuna and chicken.
Good
Girl,
night. Don't go bye. Good night. Good
I,
night.
li- I'm gonna do Zyla right now. I like to thank y'all for joining me on the late night talk.
Cause girl.
what
But
you not
I'm the
finna do?
shady one.
What
But
you not
I'm the
gonna do
shady
is
one.
talk about Jessica
But
Simpson.
she said it on a whole reality show, girl.
I don't think she's
Let
done.
me see what Diva said down here around. She can go both
If even don't
extremely
click
low
this
and
goddamn
high
link,
with relative ease. That's true, but Michelle can do that as well.
Um,
I
so
really hate how Kelly's career has turned. Kelly did an interview way back in the day.
And now and then also when we talking about Beyonce being able to do it at ease, yes, she can still do it. However, it takes a lot more air for her to get up to
It
those
takes a lot
higher
more.
spots. To
It
it
takes more
takes
power.
yeah to get her up to where she used to be when she first started. She can't hit the same note in Crazy in Love like that whole rock that whole
and she definitely can't.
that whole glissando up to get in Crazy in Love. She can hit that note exactly the same that she
I
used
don't even
to.
remember her doing anything crazy. The only thing that I really just
And she definitely
know
can't hit
She
love on
was
didn't
when
top.
know
she
she
sang
didn't do it in
"Listen."
she didn't do it in the recording, but she did it live. She used to do a vocal run up live that she always does.
And she
But she
definitely can't do love on top like she used to.
And that kind of seemed like she was struggling to sing that. But
And when she does that live, she actually dropped it a octave and a half in order for it to sound like she's actually on the notes that she was on. If we being real,
but
but
it
that's
she's
just
not the
because
sounded
only
be
singer. But
that
she's
was a
not the only
struggle
singer that
song.
takes and drops their vocal ranges. Like Mariah Carey, then took and dropped
everybody
hers
does
an
it.
octave. Yeah, it's
Everybody
common
does it.
practice,
Girl, we're not gonna talk about what Mariah Carey drops, child.
baby. That
Don't you ever,
Mariah
bitch. Don't
Carey
you ever
is
do
like
it.
a 19
Now I will say
Don't
or
you
the
ever,
quarantine
bitch.
has been good to Mariah girl, because she been resting her voice or doing something, child. I don't know what she been doing.
That's
But
why, girl.
Mariah,
Vocal rest is what happens when you've been touring constantly over that period of your whole career, girl. Yes, you gonna have shit happen to your voice, girl.
well,
That's why you hear
she been
people
lazy for
when
the last 20 years.
that's why when people be like,
yeah,
that's
what?
what
She's been vocal resting for the last 10 years.
20.
girl bye. Good night, baby.
Then
Good
she
night.
ain't got to work, but every year at Christmas time, she always does sell out tours. And she has not do the same. She's released the same Christmas CD for the last 20 years, and it always peaks at number one. The same songs, the same Christmas album. So you can't come for her.
Don't ever come from Mariah,
That is
girl. Don't
Oh, I
that
can
is
come for
ever.
her.
bullshit. You cannot come for her. What can you say about
I
Mariah
can come for her.
Girl,
Girl,
don't get my channel shut down.
hold on. Let me record. Let me record it and I'll come back and play it for you. Because that's what she do.
But what you're not gonna do is take
What you first off, can I say this one real quick? Let me say this one thing. People love to come from Mariah and say, oh, she's recorded this, she's recorded this, recorded that. Half of your favorite girls have recorded shit and was playing it right behind their asses while they were singing. It's called overdubbing while you're doing it live. That's what happens.
But a singer shouldn't have to do that.
Plenty of singers do that because it gives more performance value when you're in a stadium.
mm.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't.
Do you
If
really
you're
want to do
not
that? Because,
dancing,
baby, I worked in
you're
live sound, so
not
I
dancing,
know what the uses are
you're not
for this certain
dancing,
things.
and you're coming out doing a 5 minute performance, if that, on an award show, and you're still not singing, and you're
How do you know she's not singing?
not singing 75% of your song, I don't mind you having, little spots here and there. If you need to, when you need to catch your breath and you have a long note or something like that, that's
But
different.
let me
But
cite these performances you're
a
talking about.
singer, Patti
Let me cite
LaBelle,
these.
Hell, Dionne Warwick even come out there and sing half-ass.
Dion don't even be on note. First off, let's be there.
But she be out there singing because back in the day, that's what singers did. They
So I'm
sang.
gonna be down here listening because y'all can go where.
Okay, and Mariah is from that era, so she actually is singing.
Mm-hmm.
There might be places where she's not actually singing because she's trying to rest up to get to the next note. Singers do that all the time. If your voice is tired, you're going to maneuver it in a certain way to be able to get to a certain part in the song where it's recognizable that people want to hear.
So when she started moving
And
her
the,
mouth
and the
and put the
thing is,
mic down
and
and the
the
voice
thing,
still going, what is it?
what? Repeat that. I didn't hear that.
So when she got embarrassed on New Year's last year, the year before that, when she put the mic down and the track kept going,
That's called an overdub in the background. That's what people always do.
when you're singing over your track, we get that. But she wasn't singing at all, is the point.
She actually was singing that night. And then if we're going to be talking about that, she went there another year and then she actually sung the songs right then and there. So we can talk about one performance and one person's bad performance all we want, but it's about the next performance after that.
But also, if I may,
Everyone has bad days,
Talk
and
about
also you're
several
out
bad
in
performances from Mariah.
you're out in cold air, which is going to thin out your voice anyway. So it's harder to sing in cold weather.
Aretha did it.
Yeah, and
but,
Aretha still was screaming her ass the fuck off.
but then let me
And
also.
Aretha can't even hit. Aretha wasn't even able to hit half the note she was going to be able to hit because of her
But she
smoking
was
as
singing.
well. No, she was screaming.
But then let me also say this
It's,
too: when you're in
her mic
production,
was live, we'll say that.
when
She was screaming.
you're in production and you're doing something live on TV, they always have you to do a second track. So they play that second track
Exactly.
over it for production for the sound quality. Because with live microphones, there's always a possibility of it falling out. So that's standard usage in the music industry for live performances that's shown via TVs and stuff.
And that's called an overdub.
They don't do that all the time, honey.
They do it on every single not live show ever.
Okay.
They always do two feeds. That's why artists are always like, I've been here, I've sung this song about 2 or 3 times because it's not just one performance. It's like one. It's like one or two. Now, if it's a live thing, they're gonna already have done that before they start performing.
What you got to say now, cousin Faith?
I stand by what I said. I said what I said.
Oh,
I never
That's
said that what you said wasn't correct. They're still going to have something where, like I said, you have parts like if it's a long note you got to hold and you take a breath or whatever, they're going to have something to fill that spot. But the whole song is not being played. Now you have something that you sing over, but it's not the full entire song.
it is if you're doing an overdub. An overdub is when you record the same exact vocal of what you were doing again. That's why it's called an overdub. An overdub and a background and the ad lib are different things. Ad libs are extra things to fill in the space of the song that you're not
Hmm.
actually singing. An overdub is when you sing
But
the exact
we're
same
talking
time.
about two different things.
No, we're not talking about two different things because you're talking about stuff being in the background and her not singing on the background. She is singing it, but how the person was mixing that night, you mix it into the overdub, so it makes the singer sound louder. That's why it's used.
Real singers don't need all of that. And I said what I said.
girl, sit down somewhere.
Girl, please sit down.
Kiki Wyatt don't need all of that. Kelly Price don't need all of that. Leandria don't need all of that.
But it's a
None of the Clark
contrast.
sisters need
And
all
then
of that.
also, if we're and this is another thing that irritates me. We're talking about singers that are in different stratospheres in their careers. Kiki Wyatt, yes, Kiki Wyatt will blow a bitch down anytime, any day, and all that. However,
I'm talking
Kiki
about
White,
girls that
however,
can just
Kiki,
get on a
however,
mic and
however,
get on a mic and
girl.
sing.
You ain't gonna talk over me, girl, because I'm gonna say what I
I
gotta
was
say.
talking before you started, girl.
And I will stop you because you were saying some stupid stuff.
Girl,
However,
and
however,
wasn't, and wasn't.
however,
Mariah can
however,
get on the mic and sing.
however,
That's the thing.
however.
These girls
One
that can't
Mariah
get on
proved that she
mic
can.
without a mic stick, girl.
However, Mariah proved to your ass that she can
She
still
needs them.
sing in that last performances she just did.
The
So
girl,
we're talking about something that happened in
And I
New
just
Year's
said that. I
about
said, girl, quarantine has been good to her, girl, because she rested her voice.
exactly. And I was telling you that's what happens
Uh-uh.
when you get vocal rest because you've been touring constantly and constantly over the years.
She been touring.
Deterioration happens. Kiki Y is not on tour all constantly and all that. So she's
Kiki
gonna have
Wyatt sings constantly.
she sings constantly where?
Girl, she's in the gospel circuit everywhere.
She sings where, girl?
yep,
She
both
did
of them
a full
titty.
McDonald's tour last year.
Both of
While
them
she was
titty.
pregnant, she's been on Sunday's Best Girl. She's been on
Okay,
every
Mariah
gospel
was singing
church
while
and
she was
everything
pregnant, while
else
she was on her Christmas tour. So, okay,
in
female
December.
singers, female singers,
Kiki works year round.
female singers get pregnant and sing all the time, and that naturally helps their voices. Actually, anyway. So
What are we debating?
I don't know
Yeah,
what we're
I don't
debating.
know. I definitely don't
Girl,
know.
all I said was she was pregnant while she was on the McDonald's tour and sang. So you brought up the fact that Mariah sings while she was pregnant. That wasn't what I was debating, girl. You asked me what Kiki has done, and I was telling you.
I know what Kiki has done. However, has she done it to the magnitude that she's touring all around the world constantly? No, she has not.
But she's touring constantly.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
That was my point.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. I mean, there's videos you can go on YouTube and look, girl.
So I've looked at most of those videos, girl. So I've seen a lot. So I'm just asking.
So what are you debating, girl?
I'm not debating. I'm asking a question and waiting for an
I
answer.
just told you. You said she hasn't. What has she been doing? She's not touring like Mariah is touring. I'm like, well, girl, she's still touring constantly. Just because she's not touring all over the world doesn't mean she's not touring constantly, girl. She's singing on the church circuit. She gets booked to sing at churches. She was on the McDonald's tour last year, girl. She's been doing this and that. She was on Sunday's Best not too long ago.
I know. I saw that performance.
hmm
And
She killed it.
again, we're not debating who Kiki White is. Kiki will sing a bitch down under the
I
table
was
whenever
never
she
debating,
feels
and I
like.
didn't say she was better than Mariah Carey.
And I was never saying Mariah Carey is better than Kiki D. Wyatt.
Well, I was saying I was better than both of them petty bitches.
I'm dead. Good night, Jasmine.
It's always the light skin one.
Right.
Ooh. You know what, you darkies? What you not gonna do is take me
Good night. See y'all later, girl. I ain't coming back on this channel ever again.
Yes, you is.
Girl, we about to boycott.
Right, I'm boycotting the hell out this channel,
Don't you
girl.
think I got enough people boycotting me now? Girl, we got a whole short Sunday morning show that boycotts me.
I'm fixing to go get me a piece of cake.
Girl. Ain't you supposed to be trying to lose weight, man?
I didn't say when I was gonna start, Chad.
That's a damn shame, too.
Agreed is.
Right. Can't help herself.
Yeah.
Shit,
I ain't
y'all
got-
done,
Like I say,
y'all done interrupted my day going workout session so I can come in here and argue with BNBAs.
Ooh.
I thought you was gonna be arguing with
You can turn your camera on and work out, girl.
Diva that
Girl, I
want
ain't- And me and Diva wasn't even arguing because me and Diva were saying the same damn thing. But she was saying something about Beyonce could sing higher than Michelle. And I was like, girl, no, she can't. Even when she was younger, she couldn't sing. She couldn't sing higher than Michelle. And just because you can sing high doesn't mean that you can do it with ease either.
Yeah, that's when she's talking about love
And
on
is
top.
and
I
she
was
doesn't
like,
and then
that
she
was a
doesn't
whole
have
struggle.
consistency and Beyonce doesn't have consistency as much in her upper range. That's why she's a meso. Now she was a soprano, like Michelle is. There's a lot more ease in her upper range.
Yeah, she can climb that ladder. Yeah,
And Beyonce is more of a mid when it comes to mid belts, Beyonce will ruin people
I
when it
thought
comes to
she
her mid
struggled on Love
belts.
on Top. I was like, girl, that whole song sound like a struggle to me.
But that's a hard ass song to do anyway.
It is, but it was.
Hard as hell, girl.
I kind of feel like that was someone else's song.
But Love
It,
on Top.
the way that she sings it, it just sounds like it was written for someone else.
To me,
Girl, listen to Ariana Grande's what is that, REM or whatever that song's
I,
called. Beyonce did that song first, right?
oh
And
my
you
lord,
hear that and you heard and you hear that and Ariana does what she needs to do on that song. I'm not saying that, but
I feel like
you can tell that Beyonce wrote
a
it for her.
ponytail. I'd be like, girl, I need you to get a ground. It's you.
Girl, we ain't talking about the ponytail, we
It's a
talking about the
ponytail for me.
voice. We talking about
Girl,
that voice, girl.
that ponytail.
I can't with you. Not
She
today.
can sing, but I'm with Mariah. Don't compare. Now that's who you don't compare to Mariah.
Well, you can compare as much as I love Ariana, you can compare to somebody that has 19 singles, number one singles under their belt as a solo artist,
hmm
and she wrote all of them.
They be so quick to compare these new girls and call everybody legends and icons. I'm like, girl, just
But
because
Ariana's not the first one they did it to, because every single time they find a girl that can get up into
they
the
can hit that note.
that can get up to the whistle register, they always be like, "Well, this is the
What's
next
that girl
Mariah."
that was on X Factor? They started comparing her to Mariah. I was like, girl, she was.
Who?
It was. I think she won X
Oh,
Factor.
Leona Lewis. Leona Lewis.
but that's the thing. They have to be able to do
No,
and sustain. You can take and say what you want to say,
Asian girl or Latina girl.
but if you can't sustain of what at the level
Uh,
Mariah Carey,
well, only person. I'm trying to remember. Because the only
She
person I
was cute.
remember.
I'm trying to think who.
Are you talking about the British X Factor or the American X
No, no,
Factor?
no, no. Hold
Or
on.
the
What's that show that I think it was X Factor. What's the show that they had that boy rapping on?
who? Astro Boy.
Yeah, it was the same show with him. Was that X Factor?
That's X Factor, but I'm trying to remember who you talking about because I remember somebody saying that, but I forgot who
Oh,
won.
she was singing Whitney Houston. But I think she did sing Mariah song as well.
Are you talking about Melanie Martinez?
I don't know her name. She kind of looked
Was
like
she
she could
light
have been
skinned?
half
Was she light
Asian.
skinned? Was she light
She
skinned?
wasn't black.
Was she light skinned?
do y'all
I
feel that
mean,
Jennifer Hudson could take and sing "Love on Top"?
easily.
I really feel like that was a song maybe more so for her.
Jennifer can sing that song, and then also what we don't people don't know, Jennifer can get really high up there too.
Yes,
But she's tends to stay because again she was trained in opera, so she can
yes,
go higher than she does. But she keeps it at a certain range because that's what people like,
right.
and
And she
people.
does it so effortlessly. Did you see the one when she was doing the 103 concert live and she was leaning over playing with her son and she was singing Where Was You At and she was still hitting the notes bent over. Like that's a vocal beast right there. They don't give her credit like
I'm
they
saying
do.
there's a lot of singers that don't get.
The credit that they are due.
There's so many singers that don't get enough credit. Like there's a lot of male singers that people don't get enough credit because they want them to do
Oh
all this
my god,
stupid shit.
it's this
Like
other.
Avery Wilson be singing his
Yes,
ass
I was just about
off.
to. Yes,
Duran Bernard sings his ass off, and
Avery was.
he's just now getting some respect now. He's just getting respect now.
Avery goes
Then you have Luke James. Luke James sings down as well.
sometimes,
Don't you do him?
sometimes, sometimes.
Don't you do him?
So how do y'all feel about Tank?
Tank is underrated.
Mm.
Tank,
Tank,
I like Tank now. I didn't like Tank back in the day, and I don't know what it was. Always he just
and then
to be
Tank wrote so many songs for these hoes that y'all
to
won't
be
even
an
know that were his
artist.
songs.
Tank never looked kept to me. Like he always, even when he had a haircut, he looked like
Not
he didn't
Kev.
have a
I'm going to
haircut.
sleep. Good night. Thank you for coming to the late night with Jasmine Devine. Because he
But it's just
said
like
he didn't look kept. Good night.
when you're on stage with Chris Brown, and by you being a, I'll give him a legend title. He's earned that. He's put in his work and his time. I give him that legend title. But when you get on stage with Chris Brown and you don't look, I think they did a Christmas concert or something on TV,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very. He looked like the uncle that be at the barbecue to just come in and smoke cigarettes, and I
I
was
smoke
like,
cigarettes. Good night.
if you if you look at what Chris Brown had on, and then you look at what he had on, and I'm looking like,
Are you
I
talking
think
about that last performance when Tiana Taylor did a Christmas Carol?
no, I don't even know what that is.
Remember when Empire was still pop?
Not
Remember,
Tiana.
girl, because I love Tiana Taylor. That's not shade to her, but remember that
I just
show.
can't. It's funny because
Remember.
I can't picture her singing a Christmas.
No, she was singing what's that damn Marilyn Monroe song that she used to sing? Santa Baby, that one.
Oh, I
She
remember
was
I can
that.
see her. Yeah, I can see her doing that.
That was a
yeah.
hot mess on a cold Sunday.
Was it?
Yes, it was horrible.
I can see her singing it to her
It
husband
was
sitting
not
on his
that
lap.
bad, Jasmine.
It wasn't her best performance.
It wasn't her best performance, I will say that,
And Mama turns the show.
Tiana don't play.
She's a performer as well.
She has her and the thing with Tiana, she knows her pocket. So she doesn't try to do too much
See, and that's the thing.
because she knows where her voice is. It's kind of
I
like
don't know her for singing. I know her for
dancing.
rapping and dancing and doing runway shows and being a mom. Like I know her for everything but singing.
But see, I know her for singing and dancing, and then I know her from when she was on that damn 16 birthday when she had her 16th birthday.
That's how when I first saw her.
That's
She
when
was
I found
16.
out about her. But the thing is, a lot of people only found out about her when she did the Fade video, and they only attributed her to just being a dancer, and she's more than that.
No, she's been famous for a while.
No,
And
I'm
her
saying a lot. No,
no, I'm
I'm
saying
saying
yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying when people said that she didn't, all of that, I'm like, no, she been famous.
because she had deals with Pharrell and she had all of that before, because she had a deal with Pharrell first before she had a deal with Kanye.
I never knew
I
that.
could I could see her working more with Pharrell than I can Kanye because they have more of a similar style.
And then Kanye fucked her album. Like when you listen to her first album is amazing, but it didn't get enough. It didn't get enough. You
Airplay.
know, airplay. It didn't get enough
The,
promotion.
the no
And then that second project that she did before the last project she just did, they didn't get nothing because Kanye was going through his bullshit, and that fucked up everything for her.
So is she signed under Kanye's label?
I think the last album that she did, she's still under his label, but I'm not sure she's gonna still be under it.
and that's why it's important to have multiple streams of income to her.
Exactly.
Because mama gets the bag.
That's what you seen. That's why you seen her. Um,
Right. Because she gonna
that's
get a
why
bag.
she's directing videos for people,
Yeah.
and she's directing her own
What's her
videos. So
company called? Mama's something.
it's Auntie T, it's
Um,
like Auntie T's or something like that. No, it's
uh,
Spike T. It's Spike T because she was
no,
inspired by Spike.
it's
She no, that's what the production company is. It's Spike T.
well, what's the aunties? Because she do got something that's called aunties.
Oh wait, never mind. That's what I'm thinking of her director name then. So
Yeah,
it's
she do
probably
got something called aunties.
it's Auntie's Productions probably, I think. But yeah, Tiana Taylor is another person that don't get no credit, girl. I'm like, girl, y'all hoes love to go up
And
for
people can say,
y'all love to go up for these white girls, girl, that can't even dance hardly and can't
I
sing.
wouldn't mind seeing Little Mama and Tiana Taylor do some kind of collaboration.
I
Because
would
you can
love to
say
see
what you
that.
want about Little Mama, but she's talented. Mama can dance.
That's Miss Lipstick was popping, right?
Hmm. It's funny how she looked younger now than when she first came out, child. Because it was
Yeah, the clothes that they had her in were just, I don't know.
Mama was looking real hard back in the day,
She looked like 10 years older than she was with the outfit she had on, and I was
and
like,
10 is
girl,
being nice.
You know what?
good night,
What
good
y'all
night. I'm getting off of here. Good
But
night. I
she's
ain't say
actually
all that.
like pretty. I don't know what happened with her. I don't know what they was. Child,
My thing is, I think they were trying to, how, um, Missy had the track suits on all the time. They used to always have her in a track suit, Little Mama in a track suit, and all this other stuff because they were trying to, appeal because she had like this like girly girl image because of lip gloss is popping and
was
shit like that. And then the whole didn't she do a song with Avril Lavigne or was that Eve?
Eve did a song with what's that lady with the blonde hair and the red lipstick?
That's Gwen Stefani.
Yeah,
She did, yeah, I remember. Lil Mama did do one because her and Avril Lavigne did a song. It was called Girlfriend, and it was like real rockish, stuff like that. And that was like her crossover hit. So she had that like image of like this like girly girl. So they were trying to like hood her up, even though she was from the hood. So that ain't make no sense. But that's why you gotta watch how people promote your ass. Cause
right?
they'll promote your ass a whole different way, and then you gotta do all this work to try and figure out a different lane for yourself.
I wouldn't mind seeing a song from Erica Badu and Ari Lennox.
Ooh, Ori Lennox is another person they don't get enough respect for.
Baby, I
She
love
has a
her when
she
she
has
did
she
that
has a new
performance.
song called Chocolate Pomegranate. I haven't listened to it yet, but she did a live
She got a
performance.
song with Durant.
I know. And then Durant has a song with her on his new album.
I would like to see her do a collab with Erica.
Erica Badu.
Yes.
Tiana has a song with her with Erica.
When she performed on the BET Awards and she had on that pink dress, that performance got me everything. I was like, yes.
Oh, the was that BET or was that
Oh, it was
Soul
it
Train? I think that was Soul Train, right? Let
I
me
don't know.
look, girl. Let me go because I know what performance you talking about.
When she had on
When
that
she,
pink and it had
let me see, because I
that
feel like
boa
it's.
material around the
I
dress.
know exactly what you was talking about. And then I saw her live. I saw her live in Philly. Girl, when I tell you
She
Ori
was
don't play,
singing
when I tell you
Shaper.
Ori don't play, when I tell you Ori don't play no games live, Mamas was singing her ass off.
They was talking about May the Stallion got strong knees. Hell, Arlena's got strong knees too, child. She be going,
Strong knees.
She does. It was the Black Girls Rock performance.
yeah.
That's what it was. Cause I was like, I know what performance he's talking about.
Oh
Cause
yeah, because what's the girl that played on Power?
cause she did break me off on it, girl.
Yeah,
And
that's
that
her
was my
performance.
favorite.
I like the way she walk with her microphone. Like when she not singing, she got that little bop, and she be holding the mic, and she be doing that little bop thing. I be like,
Hmm.
it'd be real cute.
That's my girl. I'm about her.
You got your body on fire. I'm like, yeah.
But there's so many girls that we ain't even named yet that are underrated that should be bigger. But like June's Diary should be bigger, but they don't like groups no more. So
Were they on X Factor too?
no, they were on Chasing Destiny with Kelly Rowland. Remember when Kelly Rowland had a reality show for a girl group?
Yeah, I
I didn't
remember.
see that, but
And then because the label switched management because they had a different executive, they kind of dropped them off instead of keeping them. because that happens a lot with labels. There's a lot of turnaround. So if that person ain't bring you in, they don't give a fuck about your ass, so they'll shelf the fuck out you.
Do you
And you
feel
had to.
like though, that a lot of times that there is a trick or gimmick to being bigger than what you are, as far as in the music world?
I think for some people, yes, and then some people now.
Because
It
like
depends
you
on
were
what
saying,
side of the
Danity,
industry
you're
you're
saying
on.
Danity Kane, right?
No, I was saying Danny Kane was another was they everything they got they deserve because they worked hard for that shit.
And I
Danny
feel
Kane,
like
Danny Kane had this one song that used to be a bop. I'd be like, oh yes, ma'am. But I don't know what
but
be
but
happening
the
in
main
Diddy's
person
group.
but the main part with Danny Kane girl is doing out here is still out here making good music and people don't give her enough respect either because she will dance you down and sing you down as well.
was that the one that is messing with Puff Daddy?
Right. It was a
No,
few
she
of them that
wasn't. She
allegedly
wasn't.
was supposed to be messing with him.
No, she wasn't messing with him, but they had a deal, and Dawn was the only one because Dawn came out of was from not I said Katrina. She was from New Orleans, so Dawn was like, "Bitch, I'm making my bed because what I got to go home to is not enough for me, girl. So I'm gonna keep on working." So even after the girls broke up, she was still under the
Okay.
contract with Diddy, and that's why she was with Diddy Dirty Money, which that album is still good.
I agree with Diva. She said Kelly Rowland dropped the ball. I totally agree with it.
Yeah, she has dropped the ball. Cause Kelly keeps releasing good singles and then she doesn't do anything with it. And I'm like, girl,
When you
this
release
single is
the single, you're supposed to be ready
Touring.
to
But
drop your project.
do you not think that uh the management that she was under beforehand doesn't have anything to do with that?
yeah, well
Who
we already
Kelly?
knew that because she was under Matthew Knowles and Matthew Knowles was making sure that his daughter was gonna be who the fuck she is now. Like
It's not even that. Kelly did an interview back in the day that kind of pissed me off. She said that when she does her music and everything like that, she was like, I always let my sister listen to it. Talking about Beyonce. I don't put nothing out unless Beyonce approves it. And I'm just like,
she
just
did say that, but I think she
if you
came
say
on
that, why
I
would
think
you
she
put that out to the public? You know how weak you sound?
Hmm.
right.
That pissed me all the way off. I was like,
The
and
thing
then
with Kelly
y'all
the
been in
thing
the
with
group for
Kelly
so long. They've been in the group for so long. So even when she do put something out, it's always gonna be similar to Beyonce because they have that same mindset. She put out a
exactly. Yep.
video when she had on that silver dress and she did the whole chair dance. Yeah, that's similar
Hmm.
to Beyonce because they've been in the group for so
Like
long.
this. That's
Yeah,
still my phone to this day. I love that phone.
I'm
Told
just like,
y'all I was gonna bump like this. Told y'all I was
Hmm.
gonna
and
bump
she
the.
did a
And then
performance.
even when no, and then we can even talk about that when the BET Awards when Beyonce did Get Me Body. Right after Get Me Body was on, Kelly Rowland came on to perform like this, and then at the end they all performed together. So it was still like they were in a group still, even though they were solo.
Right.
I mean, that doesn't bother me, but
No, but I'm saying in the public's eye, their group is supposed to be broken up, but continuously, um, like only like a year after they broke up, they're still performing pretty much together right after each other. So it was like it's hard for um fans unless you like really pay attention and like that certain artist to pay
well,
attention enough.
now if Beyonce opened up the show or closed the show or whatever, and whoever performed, and then say Michelle, did the little gospel, when they bring out the gospel artists. I
Hmm.
wouldn't have a problem with them coming together if all three of them are performing. That's fine. But Kelly, I mean, yeah, Kelly, she performed this song with Trey Songz, I think, and she did the whole Janet Jackson illusion, and it was just
Oh, that's
wrong.
my
That
phone.
that was
Oh, that
wrong.
letter.
Kelly looked uncomfortable when she was on stage. Like when she hit that last little move, it was uncomfortable.
Are you talking about that performance when she did Motivation and Trey came out
Yeah,
right after her?
yes.
I like that performance though.
It wasn't. If you really look at it, she looked uncomfortable when she was trying to untie the little thing. It was a lot going on. I was like,
But
just because first
whenever you're falling
is a
behind
what
someone
yeah,
else, sometimes it can appear to be a lot more than what it is.
Hmm.
So
And then also, I will say this: it's a one. I feel like it's a confident. It's definitely a confidence issue for Kelly, but also when she got complacent as well, because
mm,
because in the group she was always second lead, so she ain't ever had to fight
right,
to get a part in the song like the other girls did.
right.
well, she said she was
Michelle
second
ain't get
lead
a
in front
part,
of Beyonce, and Beyonce looked at her like she was stupid.
huh? What you say?
They got this thing out, a Shady Bobis with Beyonce or whatever, and Kelly had said she was the second lead vocalist or whatever. And they had a thing of Beyonce looking over and looking at her, and then she started coughing. She was like, "Oh, is that what you are?"
Hell
I was like,
no.
"Okay."
Yeah, I saw that. That's back in the day. That was, and I think that was the same conversation when after they were smoking weed that time because they were smoking weed before this one interview, bro. And
Beyonce looked
they
over
was
her like,
goofy.
"Girl, is
They
that
was
what you
goofy as
are?"
hell.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a confidence issue. It's she got complacent and all. Cause let's be honest, uh, cause once Kelly did that damn David Guetta song and had that crossover appeal, she should have been a lot bigger. Right then and there, she could have crossed
Agree.
over. She should have crossed over. When Love Takes Over and that song Commander, those are two good songs that crossed over into Europe. She's bigger in Europe than she is over here. That's why she's on X Factor over in Europe and not here no more.
But it's funny because I've always loved Kelly. Kelly was always my favorite out of the group, and I just thought that I don't. That makes me mad because
I told
Kelly.
you it's a confidence issue. That's what it is.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, I mean, I understand, but
She was about to blow up
I
when
think
she
she
was
should have.
doing class with David Guetta. Exactly. Commander, but
I don't
then
think
she
she
pulled
would have
back.
been
That's
bigger than
that.
Beyonce, but I think she should have still been in that same realm. Like if Beyonce gives you,
But I think
Michael
a lot of
Jackson
times
or
that she
whatever,
was.
but
I feel like a lot of times though with that though that she felt like that she was gonna get um compared to her also, which
And
is
she didn't
still
want
of
to be
happening.
course
compared.
And she doesn't want to be in that same. I don't know. I guess they really.
they should have. Beyonce should have been, what you would say is Michael Jackson because nobody can touch him till this day. Beyonce is the equivalent of our time of a Michael Jackson.
I don't agree
And
with that.
as far as performance wise, nobody is touching Beyonce.
When it comes to female and performance wise, I she's up there. I wouldn't
Nobody
necessarily
touching Beyonce.
claim her as like that. She's got
No, I'm not
to that
saying
point
she's
now.
of our time of what will be considered a Michael Jackson. I'm not saying she's on that level, but I'm saying of our time because nobody could touch Michael Jackson and nobody can touch Beyonce in this generation. Nobody's touching Beyonce. Nobody.
Yeah, not the
Nobody's
girls,
coming
but
close to her performance value, her production quality. Nobody's coming close. Nobody. And I think that if she was going to be, the Michael Jackson of our time, Kelly Rowland should have at least been Prince.
Well, a lot of people couldn't touch Prince though either.
yeah, you can tell you
Like,
can't. People
Prince
still
was
can't touch Prince.
yeah,
You can't
Prince
touch
was
why
Prince.
does it
Prince
kept
was
Beyonce is both of them?
No, she not.
mm-mm.
No,
Until
Prince
be
he collaborated with
until Beyonce gets her ass up there and starts using some damn instruments. No,
yeah, I'll give you that.
no.
Okay. Well,
Until
both
Beyonce starts using instruments, no.
hey, I get what you're saying, so I can yeah. But when she collaborated with Prince, Prince did say she knew how to put a song together, master a song, move parts, and he did.
Yeah, but he said if Beyonce would be a lot better if she knew how to play an instrument, and that's his
Yeah,
only
I get
critique
that.
he ever had for her.
I get that. Yeah, I give you that. That's true.
Now, the person that we could say, in certain senses, that come anywhere close, if we're talking about females, for me, would be Janelle Monáe, and then her.
What is Janelle Monet
Janelle
play?
Monáe and who?
Her.
Oh, shut up! Forget it's the artist called her. I was like, and who?
Girl, you know we got all these extra names now, Chad.
I came with all of that.
I live for it because of the creativity, but it's kind of hard sometimes to remember that.
Right.
Look,
Because
I didn't
I'm
even
a
know
fan,
you.
because
I
I'm
didn't
a
know you were
fan of
talking about
her.
an artist. I was like Janelle Monáe and who?
Yeah.
Because I thought you was talking about Janelle Monáe and Beyonce. I was like Janelle Monáe and who?
But yeah,
Girl.
Janelle Monáe and her for me are the closest on the female side, in my personal opinion. And then we really don't have a lot of, I guess, Miguel, you could say,
Miguel's really
and
good.
Miguel in a certain. But again, it's not like the
He kind
full
of gives me
pack.
Prince
It's
too.
it's not the full package. That's the
Right.
thing.
He goes and
Miguel doesn't like Miguel can play instruments, but it's not to the same level as his vocal ability.
Right.
And then like even with her, she has the vocal ability and the instrument and being able to play instruments, but she just doesn't have
What
enough
about
hits
Alicia
yet.
Keys?
Enough hits
doesn't
yet.
have the vocal power.
What about Alicia Keys?
No,
Alicia Keys, when she was in her prime, and if she kept her voice together,
she had her braids.
right, when she cut her braids, it
Who's
kind
a
of
who's a petty hoe?
You already knew I was about to say that.
You say petty hoe.
who can play the piano but doesn't do it live?
Um, uh, what's the girl from Floetry?
Marsha Ambrosius. That's
Hmm.
my bitch. Okay. I love Marsha Ambrosius. You ever hear that song, Butterflies,
Yes.
that they did for Michael, but then they did their own version after that? Girl,
Hmm.
I
I
think I
love
do.
Marsha, bitch.
Yeah, I
When
like
she
that.
put that damn song, I hope she cheats on you
For the
Yes.
out
basketball player.
and far away. I was like, see now this bitch is my girl. Okay.
I liked her performance when she performed the Four Women with Kelly Price.
Glad to see ass.
Baby Peaches gave me my whole entire life.
Legacy ate that fucking song up.
Baby, you said what's your
I
name?
don't like everybody singing that song either, because you gotta fit the certain parts for me specifically
But that's
vocally.
another artist
Uh,
that's underrated is
to
Let
be honest, none of
Legacy.
them fit that song.
None of them fit the song, but
Because Kelly Price came out there talking about her hair was woolly and she had a whole silk press to the side. I was like, girl, cut it out.
oh yeah, wait, it was Kelly Price on that one. I thought it
Yeah,
was
it was Kelly Price.
no, I thought Jill Scott was that was.
It was
Jill
a
Scott, it was Jill Scott, Kelly Price, and Marsha and Lettucey.
Oh, I don't even remember Kelly Price being on that shit. I was
Girl,
too
Kelly
busy.
Price started the song off. She said,
Oh,
my
okay.
hair is woolly, yeah. Baby, she had her whole hair. All of this was hanging to the side with flips. Talking about her hair was woolly. She gonna shake her hair. I was like, girl, stop it.
what you not to do.
Cause no shade to Kelly, and I love Kelly Price, but I completely forgot that she was there because I was so focused on how Latticy ate that song up.
That is the a
She is so underrated.
baby. She was eating the girls with dreads, and she eating the girls when she bald. Girl, she just eat. Girl,
But the thing is, there's a lot of artists that actually do know how to play instruments, but because that's not part of their marketing and persona, they don't do it.
Right.
mm.
It's all about the marketing, unfortunately.
Or it doesn't fit their genre
Yeah,
of
it doesn't fit the
music.
genre. Cause like with Prince, like Prince was really rock and funk. So it made sense for him to play instruments. And the way he
Plural.
and the rasp he had in his voice as well made it more appealing that way. But
Mm. It's that time for Solange to come out with something.
yeah, I cannot wait. I
Every
cannot
10 to 6 years, she come out with something new.
not 10 to 6 years, Jasmine. Good night.
I mean, 6 to 10 years. I'm sorry.
I can't.
You know, when I
Well,
turned
it is about
45, you know,
time.
Eric, not Eric Benet, Maxwell will be done came out with another song.
Right.
But he can get it. Maxwell can get it.
Maxwell came back fine, honey. I was like, oh.
Yes. My God, today.
Maxwell's voice is still intact as well.
Yes.
Mhm.
I love his falsetto.
Because that
And
woman's
before, 'cause
that woman's work, how he I don't even listen to the original song no more because he made it that song his.
but
Mhm.
wait,
This
so
woman's work.
before,
Who sung it originally?
I think I know who it is, but it was I think it was a. Let me do my research.
it was a
Bro, if I
female. You
remember.
said a woman's worth
No,
Uh-huh.
you know this woman's work.
work.
Yeah, that Maxwell song.
I don't know if I heard it.
It's by Kate. It's originally by Kate Bush. So it was a female singer that sung that beforehand. But when he sung it, bitch, I was
Because
like, oh,
Alicia Keys got a song
It made
called
me moist.
"A Woman's Worth"
what song you talking about?
with Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
"A Woman's Worth."
I know which one you talking about. That's
Yeah,
the
it's all that's off. That's all.
the
I'm
very
trying to
first
think of how it goes.
This
Yeah.
woman's worth.
Cause a real man knows a real woman when it seems.
Yeah, we know that nigga ain't from ministry.
let me clear my register.
Take that chain off it a little bit. That's Mr. 6'8" would say.
Oh, this woman's worth.
Girl,
Oh, this woman's worth. Who the fuck is this old? Wait, hold on. Who
I can leave my
did
chain
this
alone.
first?
At least she's real.
Ooh.
I'm going to bed. Good night. I ain't fooling with your hoes today. Good night.
Not that you came for Mr. like that. Mm.
I'm going right to bed. Good night. Thank you for coming.
Who
You
did
said she
talk about?
remade that song, right?
Her record achievements and status is definitely
You-
on modern day equivalent par with Michael Jackson. Thank you. Janelle Monáe
Which
would
was
be the
all
closest
keys
artist
in
I would
prison.
play.
Girl,
Biggest
in
Prince
prison.
Keys.
Girl, who?
Uh,
I don't remember who did that song first. Are you sure she did that song? She covered that song, baby.
cover what's no? That's her song.
Oh, I thought you were saying that she covered that song because I'm like, I don't remember her cover that
You talking
song
about a
being a
woman's worth?
cover. Yeah, I was like, I don't remember that being a cover.
Shaquille's song. That's her song.
I know, but when you said it right after I said this woman's worth, I thought
Oh, I
worth.
thought you were saying. I didn't know who you were talking about. When you said he took the song and made it his own, I thought you were talking about Alicia Keys' song.
No, this woman's work is the song that was that
Oh
he
no,
remade.
that's why I said I thought you were saying a woman's worth. That's what Alicia Keys' song is.
But Chad, I don't know what happened to Alicia's voice, girl.
She got pregnant. That's that Swiss Beach dick.
She was always a little winded sometimes, but she could always sing.
Good night.
So we're gonna talk about winded. How do y'all?
What happened?
Janet. I saw for you. She be whispering her.
Jane is not a singer though.
She's a whisperer.
Janet was never, but the thing is, Janet was never known for singing. She was known for dancing.
She was a performer.
Right. So I never expected Janet to give me more than
She
a
was
couple of notes.
Her.
Now Janet was still give you a singing performance.
She was
right. Still,
she was the first original triple threats, and then Aaliyah came behind her because Aaliyah could act, sing, and dance.
And then
I feel like there has to be somebody in between there because that age gap is.
It still pisses me off Oh, it still pisses me off that she's not here no more. It just makes me so mad.
But
It was
there
no
has to be somebody in
that.
between that.
It wasn't. It was not that many people that could sing and dance and act. And that's what's considered in that modern day as a triple threat: singing, dancing, actor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that many, female
I'm
wise.
trying to
Yeah.
say Brandy, but Brandy wasn't really
Brandy was not,
dancing.
and Brandy can't dance.
I mean, she can hit an account now.
Like Brandy can hit certain counts. Like she
Well,
can't
she
hit
won. Did she
everything.
win Dancing with the Stars?
I think she was on Dancing with the Stars.
No, didn't she win though?
No, the black girl that won that was Amber Riley from Glee.
She won over Brandy.
Yes, girl. Amber Riley went on that season, bitch, and ate those hoes out, and they thought that she couldn't dance because she was a big girl and she showed their asses wrong. And I was
Well, they should have known she had to dance on Glee. Why would they not think she could?
no, but you know how people think about big girls. They be like, oh, she can't. She's gonna be out of breath. It's kind of like how they think Lizzo with Lizzo. I'm like Lizzo out
Girl,
here.
That is
that's
a
what I want to see
talented
on Dancing
heifer.
with the Stars, baby. I want to see what Lizzo outfits would be.
Like Lizzo, that's not a bitch to play with either. Okay, that's
And
not.
she plays
Baby,
and she
when
plays
she got
instruments.
when she got Rihanna to get up out her goddamn seat, when she started shaking her ass and playing that flute,
Right.
Rihanna was like, "Oh hell yeah!" What? She was
And I,
like,
and then I hate to say it. I hate to say it. If Lizzo is taking a break, right? She loses some weight, like how Adele did, and all these girls are gonna be all up on her ass now. When she loses that weight and starts performing, they're gonna be all on her ass and be like, "Lizzo's so beautiful. Lizzo's this, that, and third."
I
I'm
wouldn't,
gonna be
I
mad as hell.
wouldn't mind her losing weight. I don't want her to get. I still want her to be thick. Like I don't want her to lose weight and be skinny. I want her to lose weight and be. There's nobody in the weight range that I'm just popping into my head.
Cause it's gonna piss me right off. I'm like,
I
bitch,
don't
leave
want
her the
Liz
fuck
to lose
alone.
weight and be skinny though. I still want her to be thick,
I just want her
but
to be her happy,
She's not
authentic
at a
self.
bad size now. She can still like they
My
like she.
thing is, I just want her to be a happy weight for her. That's all.
Mhm.
I don't really think there's nothing wrong with her weight now. To be honest,
I don't even, but the girls love to tell you that you gonna die of heart disease and all this other shit, and you got skinny people dying before her.
girl.
Everybody.
What was that thing that was on Wendy Williams and she was sitting up here talking about something about Lizzo's weight? She was like, "Well, why are we talking about her twerking when we need to be talking about her weight?" And I was
Who?
like,
Oh, you talking about the white lesbian bitch?
"Yes." I was like, "What the
And then
hell?
she
How
kept,
do
and
you
then she
go
kept,
from
and then
one
she kept
thing?"
doubling down on it later
I was
after
like,
that.
"Sweetie, we understand that you do this for a living, but just because somebody is big, don't mean that." And I had to. I was like, she was talking about, well, she could have this and she could have that. Bitch, she could have that if she was your size.
Right. And like people are dying from heart attacks, skinny as hell, girl, and they
But
bodybuilders.
Diva
Like,
One, J Lo came after Janet and came after Aaliyah. J Lo was originally just a dancer on Living Color,
yeah,
and she never had any acting roles on that. She didn't get acting roles until after she started singing.
which Ashanti did all the singing. Which Ashanti did all the singing for her, and then she just lip sang.
And
That's
the biggest one that her biggest role to the date is Selena.
And
baby,
Yep.
the
get
family
your ass
didn't
back
even.
on
The
here.
family was mad that she played Selena.
Get every man because she was Puerto Rican instead of Mexican. But she did play that part. I won't act like she ain't play that part.
She did it good, but
I've
if
only seen
we're talking
Selena
about
one
the
time
original, she's not one of the originals. She came afterwards.
She not.
because Quiet as It's Kept, it was Paula Abdul. Then it
Yep.
was
So if we was actually doing it,
Well,
so you
well,
right, it would
yeah.
be
Not right message.
it'll
She
be
Diva said right message, but
Janet.
wrong wording and ill timing. I can't.
It'll be Janet, and then it'll be Paula Abdul, and then from Paula Abdul, and then it'll be Aaliyah.
Wait, but it wasn't Paula Abdul before Janet was there?
Mm-mm.
I thought Paula and her were at the same
But it was
time.
girls in between it that didn't fully make it all the way, like Jasmine Guy, Tashina, not Tashina,
Tashina, I know who you're
no,
talking about.
the light skin one.
Yeah, Tashina Arnold. I mean, not Tashina Arnold.
That's Pam. What's
Campbell,
Gina?
Tisha Campbell.
Tisha
Tisha
Campbell. That's
Campbell.
what.
Yeah, it was a few girls. Even hell, if
But
we
they
really want to get
But the
into
thing
it,
they
with
didn't
Tisha
make that
Campbell,
stratosphere though, is what I'm saying. They
yeah.
didn't make that
But
stratosphere.
and then again, Tisha was
that's
more
what
of
I'm
a
saying. Those
singer
are
than
girls
a
that
dancer.
didn't really make
But
it.
Tisha was more of a singer than a dancer though, because
She was both.
Tisha can dance, but like I never considered Tisha like a dancer. I consider her a singer that can dance. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because like when we think
She
of
didn't
Janet,
perform. She
like
didn't
Janet
perform
can
her
sing.
dancing. Yeah, I get you. But she was still. I mean, in her movies that she played, like when she played in School Days and all of that, like those were dance performances. But as
Yeah,
far as her singing career, she wasn't a dancer while she was singing.
yeah. Because like when we speaking on Janet, like Janet is not considered like this huge singer. Janet will give you good vocal for like a dance track and like a slow song, but she's she's like she has her own lane right there. And then like dancing wise, she's where her brother was.
And I love her with the
And
radio
then
tour.
and then when she got older, then we found
When
out that
she
she
used to
could
do that
act.
dirty dance,
She's still bitch. Now Tiana Taylor took over that chair.
she does it now.
Yeah, Tiana Taylor does it in her performances now.
What?
I've never
You
seen
know
her
that dirty
perform
dance that Jen used to do,
when she
Hmm.
the
used to
lap
try to
dance
do it to the
thing, the lap
table.
dance, the lance, the where she would get the audience members and get on the table and stuff like that.
Hmm.
You know what else pisses me off? Kelly Price when they did Kelly Price, child Lord,
Kelly Rowland.
thank you.
I know what you're talking about already. So I don't even want to talk about it.
When they
Don't make me
did the
mad too.
Cater to You dance and baby, she was all up on Nelly. I was like, see, that's what made me think that she was supposed to get next. Like, why? Why? She could have been a power couple with Nelly. Everybody thought they was going together when baby, everybody else that came up. This hoe still down there grinding on the ground, all up on him. I'm like, why is she not getting next? I don't understand.
We just told your ass.
She used to
And
get on
then
my.
also, girl, we can't
And
act
then
like
he started
color.
going with
We can't act
Ashanti. I
like
was
colorism
like,
don't have nothing to do with it either. I'm just gonna
but
say that
wait,
as
that's when
well.
it came out that he was going with Ashanti. I was like, Kelly, why do Ashanti got your man? Girl,
Nah, man, girl.
Oh,
Okay.
Silent. Why don't I give her singing? That indeed goes to Ashanti. Both J Lo and Beyonce are just only double threats.
Yeah, because Beyonce can't act at all, at all, girl.
not double threats.
It's the truth. Like she ain't lying. Like,
um,
we all have our strengths and we have our weaknesses, girl.
well, Beyonce,
Cannot act.
she
God,
was good in Dreamgirls, but that was
she
because
was being herself. You can't.
she's more of the Diana Ross role anyway. But I mean, she was still good in the movie. I'm not gonna take that from her. But the rest of the
Girl,
movies,
she was being herself. Of course, she was good.
the way that she threw that plate in Obsessed and it hit the wall 5 minutes later, I was like, girl, you couldn't pick
You
a
still
closer.
talking about this, B&B. I hated you so. When you first brought this up, I was so mad that you brought it up. I was like, this whore really gonna bring this
Yeah,
damn
she
plate
threw
up.
that plate. I was like, where the hell did the plate go?
Mm,
Crash. I was
girl.
like, girl, you could pick a closer wall.
The part that pissed me off about that whole movie is that she let the white girl whoop her ass. That's the part that pissed me off.
I
Uh,
think that's why they call it. I guess that's how she thought she was acting in the movie because, everybody would expect Beyonce to beat her ass. But I'm stood up here like, girl, you walk across all this bullshit with these goddamn boots on, girl.
Girl, I would have threw one boot at her ass and then socked her eye out with the boot. Like, girl,
Would
she
have
took
been
too long.
she would have been attached to my boot.
Girl, she straight tried it. Straight tried it.
All she had to do was cut that bitch's neck. That's all she had to do.
She straight
Mm-mm,
tried
mm-mm.
That whole
Cause
movie was hilarious
she
to
might
me.
have threw me down the stairs, girl, but she would have been coming with me.
I laughed that whole entire movie because I was like, girl, why are you not beating this bitch up
it. Yeah.
already? Like, she should have been dead.
I really feel like that it was not realistic either.
And then when that whore
It
went
gave
out
me
into
Tyler
the
Perry.
when she went into the fucking thing and then she got ran over by that car and she was still alive. I was so mad. I was like, bitch, she should have been dead once she fell down that chandelier and the chandelier got caught into her ass.
Child, it was the plate for me.
It was a whole attic scene for me.
I was so over it.
It really
Girl,
was.
that plate took me out. I was like,
What play?
the plate.
Oh, I was like the play. I was like, that's a damn play. Who would go see that
What was
shit?
that movie? I want to watch that movie with Taraji P Henson again. Where the
No, we're not talking about that movie. Goodbye.
Mary.
Goodbye. No, we're not
was
talking
that a
about that
Tyler?
movie, Bambi. No, we're
No,
not talking about that movie because I know what movie you about to say, and I don't want
the
to
one
hear
with
it.
Idris
Nope,
Elba.
I don't want to hear it. Oh, you talking about that one,
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about Acrimony.
girl?
I'm
Because if I hear that daggone movie one more time, I still haven't seen it, and all the girls that seen it because they were being stupid was like, "Girl, how she get off the boat? How she get on the boat?"
I mean, but if you look at that now, that scene was trash because it looked like the
Oh,
way that light was in the water, girl. It was literally like they taped that in the pool.
the whole movie was trash. Let's just be real.
Well, I like the
I ain't
movie.
even see it.
I
I
like
was like, I ain't
Taraji in
watching
the
that
movie.
shit.
I'll say that Taraji played her part.
Yeah, the rest of it
Taraji
was trash.
Taraji carried that movie.
Hmm.
Well, that's because Taraji's a trained actress. Of course, she's gonna carry the movie. She knows what the fuck to do.
That's because Tyler wrote that check and she was like, "Oh well, bitch, you need this movie in 3 months, girl. Let's get it."
Right, like
3 days.
Tyler just need to get a damn writer's crew, girl, and call it a day. I'm so over
Taraji,
his
oh,
ass.
she said, "Oh, you paying me extra to get this movie out in 3 months, girl? We starting tomorrow."
When I knew, but the thing is, I really knew that Tyler lost it when he put out that show called Sisters on
I saw a
BET.
few episodes of that. It wasn't bad.
Good
It
night,
wasn't
y'all.
hard.
Y'all
It
about to go
wasn't
eat.
horrible,
Good night,
girl.
y'all.
It wasn't horrible. However, I was like, girl, you a whole man and you wrote all this shit like you a whole female.
I
Good
think
night.
what was worse was when he wrote Brothers. I was like, because I've seen maybe
You
one or
talking
two
about
episodes of
bruh?
it, whatever that
First,
mess is,
first off, why you name it bruh? That's
because
the
he
first
knocked it
thing.
off of the movie The Brothers.
I know, but I'm still like, girl, bye.
Mm. I can't really believe we sitting out here having a whole discussion about movies. I'm enjoying this. Y'all are just really just doing it for me right now. I ain't got nothing else better to do. I ain't mad.
Who's still in the chat?
Girl.
Diva, what world she
But
going?
did you watch? I don't think Jasmine sold it because you know Jasmine don't be watching nothing until unless she really like it.
Which one?
The Boomerang TV show.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Mm-mm.
So they
What is
did a TV show on
Good night.
Lena Waithe did it. So Lena Waithe did
oh, I
a
don't really
TV
watch
show
TV.
and it's really good. I like the second, like the first season was good, but I like the second season a little bit better. And then there's a bisexual character on there. And girl, when I tell you I hollered at the end, like the ending few episodes,
Who's
because it was good.
playing it?
Huh?
Girl, well, I'm sitting up here clearing out these YouTube notifications, and I forgot about You know Wendy's friend, what's his girl name?
Who C4 bomb?
Who?
You said Wendy, and I say C4 bomb.
Her friend.
Lady P with the C4 bomb. That's what I call her.
Hold on for a second, y'all. All right, y'all. We finna get ready to get out of here because we've been on here for 3.5 fucking hours, and I didn't even realize that. But don't forget to tip your bar with tenders on the way out. We love y'all. Have a pleasant and wonderful night. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.